Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Football live on KNEO.org. This is a presentation of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Neosho Wildcats. This is your home for every sack, interception, and touchdown. Now, let's go live to the game site for all the action.
Fans to the Bob Anderson Stadium. We are getting ready for a 7 o'clock start. John Ball with Jim Jackson and Sam Fryer with us tonight, and we're going to be going here in just a few minutes. This is the pregame show. It is being brought to you by ProLube Auto and Tire Maintenance. You can see the Cats out there working. Jim, this group from Republic comes in here with the same record we've got.
Exactly. Both teams coming in with a 5-2 record, so that's why this game is so important. Yes, it's a COC matchup, but it's also important, John, because in a couple of weeks we'll have some district action. It's hard to believe, November 1st. District action starts, and a win could help the Cats' chances of hosting a game this year instead of having to travel some distance, because we do have some teams in the district that are Green Valley, Missouri, Ruskin, also Belton, and those areas up to the north. Last year, you remember, you and I and Luke traveled all the way up to Raytown South to take on that very fine football team. And so this year could be a different story. The Cats are off to a good start, 5-2, most wins they've had in many, many years, and we're very excited what the Cats have done during this 24 campaign.
Yeah, and speaking of that, before we get going any farther, congratulations to the Lady Cats, because last night in Lee Summit, they beat the Joplin Eagles by a score of 6-3. That means that they will be playing tomorrow afternoon. You'll have the call at 3 o'clock as they take on the same team they took on last year in the semifinals. Talk about deja vu.
It should be a good ball game. Carly Kennard had a great game yesterday. They defeated Joplin by the score of 6-3 to advance. Ray Peck won today. They were scheduled last night, John. You know, we didn't get out of there till 10:30 last night with the Webb City contest, but Ray Peck today defeated the other Lee Summit North team, and that was a very close ball game, 3-0. And Lee Summit North had only won 8 games all year, so they really held Ray Peck in check. It was a pitching matchup most of the afternoon, and so Ray Peck will play tomorrow, and the Cats take on West out of Lee Summit.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. The Cats, we were up there, and as you said, we were there for a long time. It was pretty cold on top of that, but the Cats played well. They hit the ball with determination, and they got people in scoring position, and they came on around and helped us. So congratulations to them.
You know, John, we do want to mention, it's hard to believe, but the year is coming to a close, and it's time once again for one of the area's most exciting traditions. We're not talking Santa Claus. It's the Neosho Holiday Classic, brought to you by Bradco Enterprises Incorporated. And you can join us here on KNEO December 26th, 27th, and 28th for 3 days of nonstop basketball action. And the boys will battle it out at the Neosho High School gym, while the girls heat up the court at the Neosho Middle School. You can catch all the games you want for just $10 per day, or you can grab a 3-day pass for $25. And of course, kids 10 and under are free. And if you can't make it in person, well, no problem. We're going to stream select games live right here on KNEO, and that's our website. That's KNEO.org. It's always a lot of fun and a lot of action, and we're going to see some great athletes, both young men and young women, right here in Neosho, December 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Well, thank you so much for that. We were going to take a 3-minute timeout now. As we said, this is the pregame show. It's being brought to you by ProLube Tire and Auto Center, and we're going to take a timeout. We will be back. We're going to talk a little bit more about these two teams, which really do have some things about them that are just alike, more than we'd like to talk about, but we'll talk about the fact that they've each got a sophomore quarterback and some things like that. We'll be right back after this. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca, we care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, we've dedicated to providing excellent customer service across the four-state area, ensuring that every experience is exceptional. Visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. Learn more at peoplesbankofseneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride. At Missouri.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you are growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10+ acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationships.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
Hi, I'm Pastor Mike of Calvary of Neosho, and I want to take a minute to share grace with you today. And what is grace? Grace is when someone gives you something that you don't deserve. I haven't done anything to deserve God's forgiveness, but He gives it by His grace. I haven't done anything to deserve God's love, but He gives it by His grace. I haven't done anything to deserve a bright future, but God has made a way for me to have one by His grace. Titus 2 says the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people. Have you accepted that gift of grace? For KNEO Radio, I'm Mike Leake.
Sam Gorham and Aaron Mitchell are your specialty risk insurance agents for Neosho and the surrounding area. They've been involved in Neosho sports since their own high school days and know the importance of athletic competition and how it teaches students life lessons every day. For all your home, auto, life, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs, call Sam Gorham today at 417-850-5116 or Aaron Mitchell at 417-483-8337. You can also learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to the Bob Anderson Stadium. John Ball, Jim Jackson, and Sam Fryer. This ball game is going to start here in just a little bit. But Jim, we talked about the fact that these teams are an awful lot alike. Besides the fact that each one of them is coming in here 5-0, they each have lost their starting quarterback, and they've got a sophomore quarterback that is starting for each team tonight.
That's true. Quarterback Trenton Coleman, number 6. You'll hear that name called a lot tonight, and he's going to step in. Their main quarterback is out for the year with an injury, and Kate Spiva for Neosho, injured just a few weeks back in the game against Willard, and he's still healing, and the prognosis is improving. We don't have a complete report on him tonight, but in his place, number 11, Blaine Patterson, a sophomore, will be at the helm of running the offense for the Cats tonight. He came in relief last week, John, as you know, up in Joplin, did well, threw for almost 100 yards in passing, but they've got to get the timing down, and I know Coach Towdy has worked with both his quarterbacks, Chase Kivett and Blaine, to come in and relieve Cade throughout the year, and they're getting their chance this year and see what they can do and get ready for next year. But this is an important ball game tonight. Beautiful night, good crowd, and it is senior night, John, and we'll be recognizing here on the field, I know at halftime, almost 40 seniors in the high school band. And pregame, they'll recognize, some of the football players, cheerleaders, and some of those involved with the athletic programs here at the high school.
Well, Coach Ryan Cornelison is in his 4th year, just like Coach Towdy is. He's in his 4th year as well. The only difference is Coach Ryan has 22 years experience as a head football coach, and of course Coach Towdy's just got his experience as a head coach since he's been here. But other than that, it looks like that they lost 18 seniors last year. But that was a team that went to the state championship and got beat by unbeaten Cardinal Ritter in the championship game. And it was a pretty close ball game. Cats, of course, have lost to Webb City and Joplin, while Republic has lost to Nixa, whom everybody's lost to, by the way, now, and to Carthage. And it doesn't get any easier for the Cats. We leave here and we go to Carthage next week, don't we?
That we do. That ball game, we'll have that. Game time, 7 o'clock, pregame, 6:15 up in Carthage. The Tigers also fighting for the top spot in the district. And, of course, the top team in the district gets a bye that first week, so that would help them kind of heal and get over some injuries and get ready for that second round.
Yeah, it really would. When Patterson came in last week, he seemed to connect pretty well with senior transfer from Joplin, Noah Soriano. He had a couple of catches for over 26, 27 yards. And, of course, his brother Blaine started the ball game off for us with an interception and ran it back 35 yards for a touchdown.
That was one of the bright spots for the Cats. And, this week, the Patterson brothers, they've been throwing the ball a lot at home and getting their timing down for this because Boston is quite the athlete, and Blaine's coming along very well. Both young men, very nice family, and very strong, and they are exciting to watch. And we hate to see. It's hard to believe Boston is a senior. He started, in special teams as a freshman, and he's come a long way during that time. What you're seeing on the screen right now, this is, like I say, senior night. Football players and their parents are coming out, and the public address announcer will present them to the crowd, and a lot of folks are here early for these special ceremonies here at Bob Anderson Stadium.
Well, a couple of things to look for, and we will take another time out, but a couple of things to look for tonight is look for Coleman to connect with senior Mason Fleetwood from the slot back position. They play a slot back position much like we do. They play 4 down linemen. We play 4 down linemen. We play at sometimes 5 linebackers. They play 5 linebackers all the time. Of course, Brody Crane's our linebacker that is kind of a safety, and he just kind of floats back and forth wherever he's needed. And then they have 2 safeties as well. So a lot of things got to happen tonight, but one of the things I saw in some of the film that I looked at, Jim, is it's going to be Jackson Ertl and it is going to be Bryce Warren keeping containment and not letting them get on the outside.
Well, defense will be the key of this ball game. Like you said, they'll be testing these 2 young sophomore quarterbacks for both teams, and they're both teams fighting for supremacy in the COC and also rankings in their competitive areas in district competition.
Well, overall, the Tigers have got the edge on the Cats. Dating back to 2010, they've won 9 times, and the Cats have won 7 times. Hey, last week, a guy that just keeps doing it every week that we almost take for granted it's going to happen is Denver Welch. He had 110 yards rushing for the Cats, and we're going to kind of expect that today. Cats have got to do a better job on third down conversion. They were 5 of 10 on third down conversions last week. What that means is we have got to get the ball down on the second down, get it to where that third down is more manageable. If we can go from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 4, that's much more manageable.
Sure, and the Cats were backed up. They were 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 12, and they had just had a difficult time of conversion. But you're right, when it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, it's much, much easier. And our running game has done very well the past several weeks. We had an outstanding a game a few weeks back. It was costly against the Willard Tigers that we defeated here at home, 49-14. And we lost last week up in Joplin. And, one thing that hurt the Cats last week, John, the Cats' defense was on the field far too long, and that's because our drives offensively were stalled, and could not convert on that third down.
Well, one of the keys to the Cats, and I don't want to give it all away, was the fact that we got 99 tackles against Joplin. That's good and bad. They got 99 tackles because they were out there on the field for so long, and that's something we're going to have to change. This is the ProLube Tire and Auto Maintenance pregame show. We're going to take another 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back with our interview with Coach Towdy, keys to the Cats, and the starting lineups, and much, much more. You're watching our seniors right now, our senior football players on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Billy Graham.
God will intervene tonight in your life and in your heart and take you away from those sharks that want to destroy you.
Billy Graham just used the idea of sharks as a spiritual metaphor. But for Tiffany Johnson, it was a real shark she needed rescue from while snorkeling in the Bahamas.
I felt like I had bumped into something. So when I turned to my right to see what I'd bumped into, I was literally face to face with a shark, and he had my whole arm in his mouth.
The shark bit off Tiffany's right arm. Today, she takes every opportunity to tell others about what happened and how that strengthened her faith in Jesus Christ.
I'm here and I'm alive and I'm able to share the story and see lives impacted through it. There's been so many opportunities to share Jesus.
You can impact lives through your story too. Learn more about sharing your faith at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
It's time for the Brandon Towdy Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by Numac Electric. Now, here's Coach Brandon Towdy.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Coaches Show. Coach Brandon Towdy, head of the Neosho Wildcats, is here. I'm John Ball. Coach, thanks so much for being here.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we probably didn't get the outcome that we wanted against Joplin the other night, but boy, some really good things happened. We had some kids that performed really well, didn't we?
We really did. You know, obviously not the outcome that we wanted, but we played a good football game in a lot of ways, and we had some young kids step up, and some of our seniors and veterans played really well as well. Denver had a good game and on the ground, which is just kind of became to be expected from him the last couple of years, and we take it for granted sometimes. But he ran really well, broke some tackles, and then defensively, I thought we played really well across the board for most of the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of Denver, he had 110 yards rushing, which is really important because Joplin figured out early on they kind of had our number when it came to the pass game, and that allowed them to just focus on him, and he still had over 100 yards.
Yeah, he did. I mean, like I said, he just did a great job of reading his blocks and running through arm tackles. You know, our game plan was to run the ball, and we had some backup quarterbacks in, so we weren't throwing it around maybe as much as we usually do. But Denver did a great job of just being stable and always falling forward. You know, the thing about Denver is he's just consistent, and he's going to continue to always get you positive yards, and then he's also got that big play ability, and once you kind of fall to sleep, he's going to break one.
Well, let's talk about big plays for just a minute. Boston Patterson again intercepts a pass and goes 35 yards for a touchdown. That young man has set the tone in the ball game for us for every ball game we've played so far, hadn't he? It's either been an interception, he's recovered a fumble, he's forced a fumble, but kind of turned the ball game at that, and we're just going to expect that from him. But it's not something that just everybody can do, is it?
It's not, and he's just got that big play ability, and it just always seems to come at the right times for us. And, anytime we need a spark, whether it's at the beginning of the game or coming out of half, he just seems to always be the guy that makes that play for us and kind of gets our momentum going. And he's such an emotional leader for us that the kids feed off of him, and so him getting that interception and returning it all the way was exactly that on Friday night. We were kind of struggling a little bit, and then he gets an interception, returns it for a touchdown, and all of a sudden we got a ball game. And he's done that in all three phases of the game, whether it's big kickoff return, a big reception down the sideline. It's just, he's just a special athlete and kind of has that big play ability that, you can't really teach.
Well, speaking of big plays, Noah Soriano, I think he looks at Boston and says, hey, I need to get into some of that. And he gets a kickoff and runs it back 52 yards. What a big play for us to set us up close that time.
Yeah, he had a big night and a big kickoff return, and it just kind of became who he is. People keep kicking him the ball, and I'm not real sure why, but they do, and we're glad they do, because every time he touches it, he gets a big return. I think he's averaging over 40 yards a return on kickoff, and then he also made some big catches, a big third down catch that Blaine threw to him, and then also he caught a hitch and took it for about 40 yards as well. So he's dependable, and he's starting to just settle in more and more on the offensive side, and he's always been a solid corner, and so we're excited about his development and excited to see him down the stretch here.
We are playing against Republic. We're not at Republic. We're at home at the Bob Anderson Stadium. First, it's great to be back home and be playing in front of our fans, but the way the defense is playing, that just adds that other phase to the game, and I really think if defense continues to play the way they are, we've got more than a good shot. I think we've got a great shot to win the ball game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our defense has been playing lights out all year, and anytime you play good defense, you have a shot against anybody. And you know, our special teams has been really good, and our offense has been electric as well. So I think we're prepared in all three phases of the game. And Republic's a good football team, and they played in the state championship last year, so they're going to be a tough out. But we're not afraid of the moment, and our kids have been preparing, and it's senior night, so we're excited to go out and compete and try and send these seniors out with a win.
Yeah, and that would be really, really great for, kids like Trey Harden, who now is getting more and more comfortable playing both sides of the ball. He's been a defensive standout for us for years, but now he's over on the offensive side of the ball. He's kind of liking that a little bit too, isn't he?
He is. He's just another kid that makes plays in all three phases of the game. And, you know, I think he's got like 4 carries for 2 touchdowns, and so 1 reception for a touchdown. So when he touches the ball on offense, he gets in the end zone, and I guess maybe we need to give him the ball a little bit more. But he does a good job filling in on special teams when he's needed as well. He wishes he could play it more, but because he's playing so much on both sides of the ball, that's kind of where we rest him. But when we need him to come in, he does a great job of making plays there as well.
Well, Coach, from a Wildcat from many, many years ago, there is absolutely nothing more exciting than to see those kids take off and get up there and ring the bell.
Yeah, I love it. You know, it's just such a cool tradition. It's awesome when our kids get to go over there with the student body and get some of the parents in the community over there, and it's just something that they can celebrate together, and it's really special, and so hopefully we'll be seeing that tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for that opportunity, and what a great chance, because if we get this one sewed up, there's a good chance that we're going to have a district playoff game at our place that we haven't had for a while.
Yeah, that would be awesome, you know, to get to have a playoff game at home. You know, we always play better at home at Bob Anderson and in front of our fans, so we would love to get some more games at home. But right now we're just hoping to take care of business tonight against Republic, and we'll take it one step at a time.
You bet. Coach, thank you so much for spending time with us. Wish you the very best of luck tonight, and go beat those Republicans.
I appreciate it. Go Cats.
You've been listening to the Brandon Towdy Coaches Show. The Coaches Show is sponsored by New Mac Electric. We'll be back with more Wildcat football after this on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Down through the centuries, men have longed for certain freedoms. Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from fear, and freedom from want.
Billy Graham.
Freedom is something that is related to the very heart and core of the gospel of the grace of God. The Bible teaches that there is a bondage which men have who are in sin. But once a man has been converted to Jesus Christ, freedom becomes a part of his very nature. Jesus said, "Whom the Son shall make free is free indeed." And he also said, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free."
You can experience that kind of freedom when you begin a relationship with Jesus Christ. And we can tell you more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net.
I call upon you to break the chains of sin that are binding you this day, to by faith give yourself to Jesus Christ, and you will find a new freedom that you never dreamed existed.
We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. Our football matchup tonight, Republic Tigers coming into the Bob with a record of 5-2, taking on our hometown Wildcats of Neosho, also with a 5-2 record. Time now for Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats sponsored by your State Farm agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler in town. Eric and his team offer a wide variety of insurance services for individuals and businesses. You can learn more online by contacting ericnorrisinsurance.com or phoning them at 451-6666. And now with Keys for the Cats, here's John.
All right, Jim, we start off with C. C stands for, believe it or not, Connect. Blaine Patterson is coming in tonight. He and his wide receivers have got to be on the same page. He has the ability to run the ball and will make the defense stutter step just a little bit along the way. We need to do everything we can to allow him to get a good view of all 6 of the receivers to get into the open. And we've got to give him plenty of time to read the defense. That means it's incumbent upon the offense to be able to pass block the way they have and the way they've done in the past in order for us to either connect a pass or him run the ball himself. A stands for auspicious. Let's make Blaine's debut one for the books. We do that by helping him make the plays, whether it's on the line, the backfield, or the receiving room. Most think without Cade, the Neosho team is done. Let's show them something different tonight. Let's show them here at the Bob in front of their hometown crowd that they're just as successful because they're a full team. T stands for tackle. We've got to tackle the ball carrier. Last week, Jim, when we talked about this, we had 99 tackles. That can be good or bad. Yeah, the bad part about it is we were on the field long enough to be able to do that. Sophomore Colby McGehee had 15 tackles. If we can keep the defense off the ball carriers, we've got a better chance in order to win the ball game tonight. But we've got to tackle. The offense has got to let the defense rest. S stands, we've got to stay in the moment. We're in a great place for a victory tonight, and that would go a long ways for giving us a home game in the Class 5 District 7 playoffs right here at the Bob, and it's been a long time since that's happened. Let's remember who we are and how we got here and play the game that we know best, and of course if we do that, we score.
And that's how you win ball games, John. Thank you so much. Good words of wisdom. Keys for the Cats brought to you tonight and always every week at this time by your State Farm agent, Eric Norris and Neosho. Contact Eric and his staff anytime, Monday through Fridays at 451-6666. And, John, I think the Cats, if they get off to a good start, last week timing was a big factor earlier in the game. They played almost a error-free ball game, not a lot of penalties in that first half, but things just weren't clicking just right, and that took some time, and a lot of turnovers, turnover on downs, and they just could not convert when they'd get down to the red zone or inside the 30, and it was too close to punt and too far to kick a field goal to stay in the ball game, and that's where we stand right now.
Well, Jung Stadium has been there since the late 1800s, and it's a hostile place to be. It's an intimidating place to come in and play, knowing that so many different teams have been there and they know what it's all about. And Joplin, of course, plays there every other week or so they've got a pretty good idea what it's all about.
They do. Not 1800s. They've been there since 1930s. They've been there 90 years. It seems like that, but it is still a nice stadium. And, of course, there's no stadium nicer than what we have here at Bob Anderson Stadium in Neosho. The band is on the field right now. Senior night, they're about ready to perform our national anthem. And right after that, we will have the starting lineups for both teams. And right here tonight, and you're in tune to the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
And a fine job by the Neosho High School Marching Band. 10 minutes away from kickoff here. And John, let me run down the starters for the 5-2 Republic Tigers coming to town tonight. They are led by number 6, quarterback Trenton Coleman. Some of the fullbacks tonight, they'll be in and out of the game, will be Isaiah Hall and number 7, Matthew Pelfrey. In the slot back position, running back, number 3, Mason Fleetwood. The other running back, number 5, Owen Clare. The center tonight will be Austin Key, followed by, along the offensive line, Blaze Moneyham, Clinton Smith, Landon Harper, and Chance Gimlin. The tight end tonight will be C.J. Ewell, and it'll be followed by wide receiver Cannon Ellison. That's a look at the starters for the 5-2 Republic Tigers coming to town to take on our Wildcats. And with that lineup, here's John.
And for your Neosho Wildcats, coming in with a record of 5-2, head coach Brandon Towdy, offensive coordinator is Dayton Whitehead, and defensive coordinator is Josh Sonis. On the offensive side of the ball, back in the backfield, the quarterback, he's a sophomore, number 11, Blaine Patterson. In the backfield with him also is a senior that is the workhorse of the team, number 4, that is Denver Welch. Wide receivers are number 1, Hudson Williams, number 2, Noah Soriano, number 25, Brock Pyle, he's the only junior in the bunch, and number 6, brother of the quarterback, is Boston Patterson. On the offensive line, it's number 71, Nathan Rogers, number 75, Evanson Tomlinson. Centering the ball is Trey Harden. On the other side of the line is Romero Fluentes, and number 55 is Bryce Warren. On the defensive side of the ball for the Cats, it's a sophomore, and one of those guys that's going to be really dependent upon tonight is Jackson Ertl. He'll be on one end. Going down through the line, it'll be Evanson Tomlinson, number 75, Gabe Brunstad. It'll be number 55, Bryce Warren. Trey Harden will be one of the linebackers. Kobe McGahee, the sophomore, will be another linebacker. Brody Crane will kind of back and forth between the safety position and a linebacker position. The safeties will be Hudson Williams and Canton Smith, number 10. Soriano, number 2, will be at one corner, and number 6, Boston Patterson, will be at the other corner. And looks like that Republic is entering the stadium. We're waiting. We're all lined up to bring the Cats in. I started to say, Jim, thanks to the Junior ROTC for being here every night presenting the colors for us, because that's vitally important to us. But I don't want to sound like that's the last time they'll do it, because we're going to do it again. We're going to have a district playoff game here.
We are thinking positive the Cats tonight. This is a very important game, like we mentioned, for both squads, both coming in with a 5-2 record. And the Cats, if they could win tonight, they play a very tough opponent, Carthage, next week. And the way the standings are looking, Webb City tonight, and we'll have some scores for you. They are facing, I think they're playing Carthage tonight, and they finish next week against the Joplin Eagles, two great football teams here in the COC. And John, Webb City is in danger of having a losing season for the first time in, I know, more than 30 years. And that's just how balanced the COC is this year. And the Cats tonight and also during the season have kind of turned things around. Last year they were 1 win and 9 losses. This year they're 5-2, and they very easily could have defeated Webb City. And last week, without Cade Spiva, they went down and lost 35-14 against a very fine Joplin Eagle football team.
Well, as you can hear in the background, here come the Cats, and they're coming through our entire band and cheerleaders as well. They're gathered up in the middle, and we'll get ready. We will have the coin toss in just a few minutes, and we'll get this ball game going. Sam, let's take a minute break, and then we'll come right back. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcats Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
And welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. We are getting ready for the coin toss, and Coach Towdy is down here on this end, and we'll have our captains get ready to go out and meet the Republic captains, and we'll toss the coin and we'll get this ball game underway.
Exciting night here at Bob Anderson Stadium. A good crowd, and a lot of folks have traveled Highway 60 down the highway from Republic, about a 50-mile drive, and they're here to cheer on the Tigers. And nice folks over in Republic. We always enjoy going to their house, and they always treat us well, and good athletic department and good sportsmanship as well. And we certainly hope that is the case again tonight. Good to have you folks with us wherever you might be, listening to John and Jim and Sam here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. Sam is with us tonight. Sam, good evening.
Hello.
Hello. We're going to put you to work. Sam, are you a junior this year or senior?
Junior.
You're a junior in high school, and it's good to have you with us. And, John, it's just amazing. You've picked up some nice young men and ladies that have worked with us, and very sharp on the computers and cameras, and something that we never learned did they have cameras when we were in high school?
No, they didn't. In fact, we had this great big thing. It was called a Waukesha reel-to-reel tape recorder, and we carried that sucker everywhere we went, and it weighed about 40 pounds.
I remember in high school in 1970, I was still on the wrestling team, and they had big pieces of equipment, and we thought that was so neat to get to watch us perform. They would tape that, and the tape was 2 inches thick. It was big tape, and even when I was in television for commercials, they were 2 inches. And times have changed now. It's just a little bitty old SIM card, and they can put things on. It is truly amazing how technology has changed in the past 50-some years.
Yeah, it really has. The captains for Neosho, of course, will be Cade Spiva. Then it'll be Boston Patterson. Number 4 is Denver Welch, and number 3 is a guy that's been playing both sides of the ball for us, Jim. He's had 2 or 3 touchdowns along the way, but basically he's the mainstay on the defense, and that's Trey Harden.
He's done a good job, and I was surprised there a couple of weeks ago when you called Trey's name, for running or receiving, and I'm going, isn't he defense? But Coach Dowdy has found a real spark plug, and utilized him both ways. John, we do want to say again, congratulations to the Lady Wildcats of Neosho defeating a very fine team yesterday. They defeated Joplin 6-3 in the quarterfinals in district action up in Lee Summit, Missouri. They play tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock, and myself and Eric Gann is going to help, and we'll have that game live streaming on the kneo.org Sports Network.
Yeah, Carly Kennard will be in the circle, as she has been for the Cats all year long, and I was telling the comrades from over there at Republic a little while ago, as a freshman, and I bet you remember this, she had a 19 strikeout game, and she's not had that since. She's had 14 to 16 strikeouts, but that 19 strikeout game, well, apparently the coin has been tossed, and it looks like the Wildcats will be receiving, and they're going to be receiving from the South Gold.
Well, they're going to receive, and they need a good start. A beautiful night. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Little or no wind, not like yesterday when we had strong gusty winds. That should not be a factor in the passing attack tonight or the kicking game. And both teams have some good kickers, and we've done very well on the extra point attempts this year, and that is so vital to success in these ball games.
I talked with Coach Snockenberg, and he one of his mainstays on the soccer team also is our Will Ebbinghaus, the guy that kicks extra points for us. I happen to have a great nephew in the Wichita area that plays soccer, and he is also doing the points after for a Wichita high school there. And it takes something special for a young man to be able to get his brain going on the soccer field and then turn around and get it going on the football field, because they're completely different. So a little bit of a different, prestigious way to look at that. And when we look at Mr. Ebbinghaus when he comes out, it looks like it is going to be Felix Ratkin and look, number 5 over there, I think, and that is Keyshawn Rome are going to be the backs. The up backs looks like it's going to be number 2 Soriano, and then it's going to be Boston Patterson. Yeah, I can see
he's
that
on the near
now.
side.
Yeah.
So Boston does a great job running balls back, and he's done that since he was a freshman. We're ready to go. Kickoff time, Bob Anderson Stadium. Good to have you with us on this Friday night on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
The kicker is Elijah Perry for the Republic Tigers.
And here comes the kick. It's a good one, all the way back to about the 5-yard line. Patterson will take it across the 10, the 15, the 20. He's got some room. He's open to the 40, 45, one man to beat. He could go all the way, 30, 25. He's going to be knocked out of bounds and around the 15-yard line. Another great return by Boston Patterson of the Neosho Wildcats.
Well, we have learned to expect that from Boston Patterson. He's the guy that sets the tone of the ball game for us every year. Last week he did it with an interception and around 35 yards for a touchdown, and that's pretty good for a wide receiver that plays offense a lot, isn't it?
Johnny almost stepped out of bounds on their own 40-yard line, which would have been a great return, but somehow he tiptoed along the sidelines, got all the way down, and he knocked the ball out of his hands. It did go out of bounds, and the Cats are in business actually on the 16-yard line inside the red zone. 1st and 10 Cats, and someone jumped. They got back in time. No encroachment against Republic. Blaine Patterson in the backfield. Welch the lone running back. And they're going to run right up the middle. We're going to see what they can do. Gain of maybe 2 yards across the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
Well, that seems to be the way the Cats seem to get things going, and that's absolutely just making sure everybody's in the right place and they're comfortable with what they're doing. And depend on Denver Welch, and he picked up a couple. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Here comes the Cats. Welch once again, handoff. No, they're going to throw it this time. It's overthrown, intended for Soriano on the left sideline, just over his head. Incomplete.
Yeah, and I tell you what, there was some real traffic there, too. There it looked like there was 3 Republic defenders around him that time, so may have had to throw the ball that way by design in order to keep anybody else from getting it.
3rd and long for the Cats. 3rd and 9 is what they're saying. Patterson back, he rolls. He's got a man open. Down to the 5. Oh, knocked out of bounds on about the 2 or 3 yard line on the far side of the field. It will be enough for a Wildcat first down.
That is senior Hudson Williams, and what a nice throw that time by Patterson for actually his 2nd throw of the game. And the Cats are down in real familiar territory, and we're bringing in Mr. Harden. There he is on the far side, Jim.
And they got the ball spotted on the 2, 1st and 10. There's a fumble. Oh, it's picked up by Republic. Republic gains the fumble by the Cats. Meth the handoff to Welch. Popped out of his hands. Republic recovers on about the 7-yard line. So, John?
Well, we did some things good that time. We obviously set the tone with the kickoff, and then we came back and we had a couple of runs and we had a nice pass reception. There again, it's a matter of making sure everybody's together and knows what they're doing.
So just a bad break for the Cats, and they had a missed scoring opportunity. They had it down to the 2, but they mishandled the handoff, and Republic in business on the 7. The handoff coming around the right side, tripped up, and a nice run about to 3 yards, and that's number 5 coming in.
We talked about Ertl and the fact that he had to stop, and that's exactly what he did. He made the tackle himself, but those defensive ends have got to come across the line, and they have got to contain these guys. If they get on the outside, they just run forever.
Claire on the run, the big boys coming in, bringing the big beefy guys up on the front line. They're going to say, we're going to push you back here. Got a couple of new runners in the backfield. They have a new quarterback, Trenton Coleman, number 6, the sophomore. He's going to keep it and hands it off.
That's number 7.
It's very close to Republic Tiger first down. Yep, it is enough, and they'll move it up to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Republic.
Matthew Pelfrey in the background, and they did something that we haven't seen yet this year as an offense. They had quad wide receivers over here on this side. So that was a little bit different look for the Cats defense.
And you go, how in the world do we cover that? 10:19 left to go in the first period. No score. Neosho was knocking out the door. They fumbled at the 2-yard line. Republic has the ball. 1st and 10. Here comes the quarterback. He swarmed. That's Coleman taken down after a gain across the 20, maybe about a 2-yard pickup.
There's Jackson Ertl again, giving him maybe a yard or 2, but he's showing him this is my territory. You're not going to run through me.
They gave him 3 yards on the carry. They slung him down and threw him forward, actually, a little bit. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Cats are stacking the box. 4-3 defense. Misdirection play, number 15 coming up. They use the fullback, Isaiah Hall, right up the middle. They had the linebackers frozen on the left side, and they just went up the middle. Enough for a first down up to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Republic. Second first down in this drive. The drive actually started back on about the 8-yard line. After that fumble by Neosho.
Defenses, Boston Patterson is the one that's playing the corner, and there's the ball, goes to Fleetwood.
He's back on the far side off left tackle. Nothing fancy. They'll use different formations, and they'll use a wide variety of slot backs and receivers in this game. They've yet to throw the ball. John, they're just trying to establish territory.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. And you say woulda, shoulda, coulda, but we forget about that now. And let's stop them right here, and let's get the ball back in good territory.
Second down for Republic on their own 34-yard line. Coleman under center. He hands it off. Here's Claire on the run. Stopped by about 6. They stood him up. Claire had nowhere to go, but a nice little gain.
Hudson Williams floating from that safety position up to the corner, and he's the one that made the initial tackle.
Ball setting on the 39-yard line, 8:17 to go in this first period, opening period tonight. Republic coming in with a record of 5-2. Neosho also 5-2 on this season. This season is winding down quickly.
Third down conversions, they were about 50% last week at Carthage. So
hand off to Clary off right tackle. He's got some room across the 45, and he's pushed back, but a nice gain of about 8 on the play.
Yeah, they'll spot the ball somewhere around the 43, 44-yard line.
That was a nice run. Claire just off tackle, and they stood him up. And ball just across the 45, the 46-yard line. Still inside Republic territory.
No score yet. There is 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in the first quarter at Bob Anderson Stadium, and the Cats are reeling from a fumble down within the 5-yard line, but defense is doing their job, and that ball went to Mr. Fleetwood again, and Boston, or not, it's not Boston, that is Williams that brought him down.
Good little gain, but they got him on the outside. He was trying to cut the corner, couldn't quite do it. Ball spotted right at midfield on the 50-yard line. I like this, John. We've got a good view right here.
Yeah, we do. It's a good view. Mason Fleetwood is a senior. He's 5'2" and 140 pounds, and I tell you what, he's the littlest guy out there, and he's carried the ball 3 times now.
He is. He just kind of scoots under all the big guys up front. He's look at that, 3 guys in the backfield for Republic. Oh, I got it. Ball was loose. Number 4 with the ball.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it took a team to tackle him, but they got him down for no gain.
That was a direct snap to Govan. There's also a running back, a sophomore, 6'1", 185. Third down and long yardage. This would be a nice play to stop the Tigers on this drive. Force them to punt the ball back to the Cats. 6:20 to go. In the first period, no score. 1 man in motion. Coleman used.
I got it.
And
good
they
job.
Stopped him. A good stop. They used Coleman as a decoy coming around the backside.
The big fullback Hall was the one carrying the ball up through, and they're going to be about 3 yards short.
4th down. Will they go for it? And it looks like they probably will.
I would think at the beginning of the ball game, if you want to establish who you are, that you do just that.
Republic has a big, beefy front line. Coleman at quarterback, under center, 1 man in motion, and there's an offsides.
Yeah, and that gives them the first down.
And it's against the Cats. They jumped.
Tomlinson knew it the minute he did it, too.
They got a little anxious. That'll be a first down. They just give it to him. It'll move the ball up to the 41-yard line of the Cats.
Number 78, big Matthew Scott, comes in on the defensive line for the Cats.
Friday night in Neosho. Nothing better than being at the Bob Anderson Stadium. 1 man Fleetwood in motion. Handoff up the middle. Got some room. Down across the 30. And he's brought down. That's Isaiah Hall, the fullback. He's a big young man with a lot of power. John, they use a lot of different formations, or they
do.
Use about 3 guys in motion after the play takes off, and you don't know who has the ball, and it freezes the linebackers, and the safeties have to come back in, and the corners, and by that time they've gained 10, 15 yards. That was a nice pickup down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, the only way we're going to be able to stop that is for the defense to hold their spot right there.
Another handoff to Fleetwood. He's got some room. He's going to go down about the 11-yard line, enough for a first down.
Yeah, he was tackled in there by, looked like Trey Harden, and spun around and the ball got out of his hand. But the ground can't cause a fumble, so they're all good. But they are 1st and 10 at about the 11. So they can actually go down and get another first down, be within the 1, and have 4 more downs, Jim.
Yeah, Cats need to stop Fleetwood in motion. Handoff on the left side. And across the 5. And they just keep marching right on down. The Cats haven't found an answer to stop any of this running attack thus far. 4:35 to go in this opening period. Nice drive by the Republic Tigers after the miscue by the Wildcats down on the 2-yard line. They were ready to score, and that's what you need to have a good start in the ball game.
Well, it's 2nd and 4. We'll see if the Cats can come up with a stand right here.
Ball at the 5. Coleman hands it off the right side. There's, see, is that Claire that went in?
No, that's number 5.
That's Claire.
Yes, it is.
And the score at the 4:13 mark. Nice 5-yard run. Claire comes in with the run just off right tackle. John, nothing really fancy at all on that drive. It was just...
No, I think we're going to see some misdirection all night long, like you alluded to earlier. They've got a lot of people that are in motion, and it's just going to be a matter of us picking out who we're going to focus on.
Nice kick. Extra point is good. Our score, 4:13 to go in the first period. Republic on top of Neosho, 7-0. We return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau.
Indy Tradigan and Keyshawn Rome all the way back for the Cats the last time. No, it was Boston that got it. This was kind of a ground ball picked up, I believe, by Soriano.
On the 20s, got some room on the far side of the field across the 35, about the 38. Yeah, Boston on that opening kickoff ran it back over 80 yards, about 85 yards. And he's done that a couple of times this season on those kickoffs. But this one, the Cats still have good field position as they start their second drive tonight. And they'll spot the ball on the 34-yard line inside their own territory. Blaine Patterson, the quarterback for the Wildcats.
Cade Lawson in the backfield for the Cats as well. We're going to have a 2-back set. Soriano ran one back 52 yards the other night.
Yeah, Neosho trying a little razzle-dazzle themselves and kind of mix things up instead of just one slot back or one gentleman in the backfield.
Yeah, and that was Welch, and he got up and looks like he picked up about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Nice run. Ball spotted on the 40-yard line. 2nd and about 4 to go. 2 men in the backfield. And they hand it off to the second one through. He's got some room, close to a first down. Let's see, it was that Welch couldn't see. Numbers were covered up.
Yeah, that was Welch, and he got enough for the first down. So Cats have their first down of the night, and we're moving the ball just pretty well based on the shoulders of Denver Welch.
That's what you need to do to assert your authority here in your territory, and this is your house.
Rockpiles gets up in the slot position, and we've got one backfield.
They hand off again to Welch, off right tackle. Not much there, maybe a gain of a yard.
Well, looks like he may have picked up, we'll see where it ends up, maybe a couple on the play, but that's Denver Welch just moving the whole pile himself. And you're right, Jim, it was about a yard and a half.
Not much there. Republic ready for that. Second down and long yardage, 2nd and 9. Yeah, try it again. He's back. His quarterback keeper's got some room. Got to brought down far side of the field on about the 48, 49-yard line. Blaine just decided to keep it himself. Run off right tackle. Got around the right end. Rockpile coming out of the ball game right now. Give him a rest. Hudson Williams is in there. Soriano. Let's see if they try to pass. It's 3rd down and 5. Running game has worked so far for the Cats. Cats are 1 for 2 for passing. Here's another long throw. It's knocked away at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I tell you what, that was just a young quarterback mistake that time. He threw the ball, and he had his receiver open, but he threw it so close that it was batted down.
Well, the Cats will be forced to punt. They're still inside their territory. The ball on the 49-yard line.
Hudson Williams back in punting formation. We've seen Dane Arthur back there, the freshman, last little bit.
Nice snap. The kick is up. It's good. Got a little hang time. It's not long. It's going to be going out of bounds and around the 33, 34-yard line. Let's see where the officials will spot it. They're still coming up. He can stop any time. And they'll spot it on about the 43-yard line. So Republic has good field possession. Not much of a kick, gain of possibly about 12 yards on that kick. It went out of bounds earlier than we expected. Republic back in gear for their second possession here in the opening quarter. They're up over Neosho 7-0.
I was looking at some of the lights over there on the other side, Jim. Reminded me of the softball game last night. We were right in the middle of a residential area, and every time someone had the lights, turned on their lights, it's shown right down on the field.
That's a quarterback keeper by Coleman. Gain of 9 yards off right tackle. They're not trying to cut the corner. They just go right off tackle, and they're just pushing the Cats back so far tonight. Coach Chowdy needs to make some adjustments. Clock is running at 1:50 to go. A quick opening quarter here tonight. Senior night at Neosho High School. 2nd and 1 for the Cats. Fleetwood in motion. Coleman, hand off back to number 15, Hall. He's thrown back for a loss.
That was big. Evenson Tomlinson that time that threw him back.
See where they spot the ball. He got up. It's really not much of a gain, but still very close. He gave him about a half a yard before they pushed him back. So it's 3rd down and 1. Cats need to stop right here. One man in motion.
Off again.
And
sure did. And it was not Tomlinson that time. It was somebody else there on the line that obviously they're pretty good at that hard count.
And that'll give the Tigers another first down. Second time tonight. They've jumped off sides on 3rd and short. And the ball will be spotted on about the 43-yard line. 1:05 to go in this opening period.
Well, the Cats defense going to have to settle in and decide that we're playing and they're not going to take it from us.
Hand off to Fleetwood, off left tackle. He just slides through. He's so short, 5'3", but he's very strong and gain of about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, Hudson Williams was the one that made the initial tackle that time and held him up, and Soriano came in on it, but he still picked up about 5 yards.
Trying to find a hole in that defense. It's not very wide, but he just snuck through. Ball on the 38. 2nd down and 5. Under 30 seconds to go in this opening period. And a handoff the right side. Ooh, pushed back. Nice tackle by the Cats. A couple of them were in there. Number 78, Trey Harden, number 3, was in there. Claire on the run. Had nowhere to go.
Colby McGehee, the sophomore, was in there to help with that tackle as well.
Okay, John, here's a big one for the Cats. 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that this is not, and we're going to take a timeout, it looks like. Looks like an official's timeout.
That's the
Oh, there it
end
is.
of the first quarter, and our score, Republic 7, Neosho nothing. We'll return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Clark Funeral Homes, with 2 locations, 312 South Wood Street in Neosho and Highway B at Highway 86 in Granby, is proud to be a part of these local communities. Established in 1890, they specialize in a variety of funeral service options, including traditional, cremation, and graveside services. They also offer monuments. Clark Funeral Homes, 417-451-2345, or online at clarkfuneralhomes.com, a sponsor of KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
Well, we're ready to start the second period of play at Bob Anderson Stadium, and the Cats are down by a score of 7-0 with a third and looks like, Jim, what, about 5?
Yeah, 4, maybe 5 yards, but they need to stop. You know, the Cats in that opening period had the ball down on the 2-yard line. They fumbled on a handoff, and Republic marched down the field and scored their first touchdown. Nothing fancy. They just do a lot of misdirection plays. Here's Coleman. He's got some room. He's got the first down across the 30. He has plenty of room. A good gain of about 8 on that play. He took his time. He takes that little stutter step. He freezes the linebacker, and then he shoots through an open hole.
Well, and they've not thrown the ball yet, I don't think. They've just run the ball and run it hard. We're going to have to realize that maybe that's their game.
Well, you know, they're establishing authority right now, and they're going to fool the Cats. You know, we've been beaten before. You think you're coming running, and then they toss it. Hand off to the right side. Good run. Off tackle again. Gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards on the play.
That was Claire. Again, he's seen they looks like that they are playing backfield by committee, which is something that Coach Cornelius Cornelison has done for many, many years. He'll run 2 or 3 in there, and that's smart. That way you don't wear just one person out completely.
Ball on the 23-yard line, second down, and 4 to go for Republic. Man in motion, Claire, and they hand it off to the first man through, possibly Fleetwood. John, he's so short in stature, you can't see his number when he's amongst all the trees out there.
Yeah, that's right. That looks like number 15, though. That was Hall, the fullback, that time. But you're absolutely right. And they don't call him Fleetwood for nothing. He is fleet of foot.
They are quick. Ball spotted on the 21-yard line. Third down. Big play for the Cats if they can make a stop right here. And they hand it off first. Oh, what a nice tackle by the Cats. It was handed off to Hall.
Well, there's Tomlinson in there. He read that one and wrapped Hall up back behind the line of scrimmage.
It's fourth down, but it's a short first down. To gain it's right just shy of the 20. They need to get to about the 19-yard line, so it's about a yard short. Here's a big play. If the Cats can make a stop, they've done this time and time again on the season. Defense will be tested. They're digging in.
We've got 5 down linemen, and we did it again.
Oh. Another mistake by the Cats. That'll give them a first down. John, you're right. That's the third time in the ball game. You talk about shooting yourself in the foot.
Absolutely. And there must be something about their cadence and the way they throw that hard count in there like that gets us every time.
You had them stopped at fourth down and miscue again. Ball spotted on the 15. Republic on the march. They're up 7-0. Oh, Coleman gets away. He's tackled and stopped. Nice play by the Cats.
Yeah, it looks like that was
number 78 on the tackle.
Yeah, that would have been Matthew Scott.
He's a big young man. He gets a hold of you, you'd think he'd been tackled by a bear out there.
Well, isn't that the truth? He wrapped up well. It looks like it's about second and 9.
This is fourth down territory for sure. They're inside the red zone, down on the 14-yard line. They'll hand it off first man through, and he's brought down across the 10 to about the 8-yard line.
Jackson Ertl made the tackle in there that time, but he still picked up about 5 yards. and it's going to be 3rd and about 3.
And they move it up a little closer. Ball spotted on maybe they're saying the 8-yard line. That's where it is, right on the 8. 3rd down. 3rd down and 2, or a long 2 to go. Republic taking their time. Play clock down to 10. They still have plenty of time. One man off to the near side. 3 in the backfield. Off right tackle. Here comes Coleman. He's down. It's touchdown. Touchdown Republic. 8-yard TD run.
Yeah, he just carried that ball and followed his tacklers on around the far end and walked into the end zone.
He made that look easy. It's 13-0 now with the extra point coming. And John, you just can't do this time and time again. 3 times they've miscued and jumped off sides on 3rd down and 4th down situations to keep those drives alive.
Elijah Perry is up for the extra point, and it's up and good.
Very good kicking. Our score at 8:24 to go in the second period. Republic 14, Neosho nothing. You are in tune to the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
We all have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, visit risefitnesscenter.com.
Well, the stats say that these guys are going to score about 28 points, and we're going to score about 32. It's time for us to get started with that. We're setting up. It's going to be Rome and Phoenix Radigan back to back, and we'll see which way they kick the ball this time.
And Boston Patterson on the far side of the field.
Now Soriano over here on this side.
Both are speedsters. I'd like to see them get the ball. Here comes the kick. 8:24 to go in the second period. Republic on top, 14-0. There's a nice kick. Going to be taken by Soriano on about the 18-yard line. He's got some room across the 20, 25, 30, 35. One man to stop him. He gets all the way up to the 45-yard line before he's brought down. A nice tackle. And John, boy, he just scooted right through that line, found a hole, and took off.
Yeah, if you can imagine a jet and its afterburners, he got to about the 35 and saw pay dirt, and off he went. And he just put it in a different gear, and like you said, there was one man to tackle him or he'd have been gone.
Let's go Cats. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. They're down 14-0. They need to come alive here.
Cade Lawson in the backfield with the Cats again. This time the give is to
looks like is it Welch on the and
Welch,
he's thrown back.
Yeah.
He hit a wall and was thrown back. No gain on the play. They actually lost maybe a half a yard. Coach Taddy trying everything he can do. And, John, I thought they would actually maybe start to air it out a little bit.
Well, I think we've got to make sure that we do a good job of giving young Mr. Patterson plenty of time. And there's
the throw going deep. Oh, just overthrown the intended receiver, Soriano, on the far side of the field. The defender was step for step with Soriano, but the ball maybe about a half a step over his head.
Yeah, that was a nice ball. It was just a little bit far. Soriano had about 2 steps on his defender, so I'm not sure we won't see that play again here before too long.
It's 3rd down and 10 for the Cats from their own 45-yard line. Patterson back to throw again. He's being flushed out of the pocket. He has one man. Oh, off to the side, intended for Denver Welch at the 50. Went out of bounds. No gain. Incomplete pass. Another 3 and out for the Cats, coming at the 7:38 mark in this second period.
Yeah, Hudson Williams back to kick the ball. Looks like number 2 for them is Ryler Davis back to receive the kickoff.
And the Cats are back in punt formation. They'll be kicking from around the 35-yard line. Let's see if they can get it off in a nice one. There's a nice punt all the way back, and it's going to be a fair catch on the 22-yard line, and that's where Republic will take over 1st and 10 with 7:31 to go in this second period.
They're coming coming back. While we're getting ready to do that, let's take a quick 30 seconds timeout, Sam.
Going to see if we can get some scores. Is Daniel back at the station? Or?
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church. And I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray. Because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen. And heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. The Republic Tigers have had their first run from the line of scrimmage and picked up about 4 yards. Defense, Jim, is going to have to take a stand, whether we take it right here or whether we let them go down another 10 yards, but we have got to take a stand and let them
Oh, there's a fumble on the play. It's loose. Let's see if the Cats come up with it. Ball's on the 25-yard line. That'd be a nice turnover for the Cats.
Yeah, it looked like, though, that Republic's the one that fell on the ball from what I saw.
Just popped out of the running back's hands, and they will retain possession. That would have been a nice turnover, but
would have been a nice turnover, but we've got third and looks like about, almost 7.
Cats need to avoid the mental mistakes. John, both those times, 3 times tonight, jumping off sides have led to scores by Republic. You can't just hand them the points. One man, Claire, in motion off to the right side. One man here on the near side.
Well, they're trying them again, that's for sure, and they call timeout because Neosho stayed put. Nice job of discipline that time on the defensive line.
Did not jump. Let's run some scores. I had some scores here. Webb City on top of Carthage, 7-0 in the second period. Joplin on top of Willard, 21-0. And other scores that we have: Glendale, Lebanon tied up 0 across. And another game of interest, McDonald County on top of Central out of Kansas City, 39-0 at halftime. That game started at 6 o'clock tonight, so they have to go back to Kansas City.
Yeah, they do. They'd started at 6 o'clock, but going even into last year, Central is, and they don't play a whole lot of ball games, but for the last 2 years, they're 0-13.
Seneca on top of East Newton, 14-7 in the first period. So East Newton's defense doing well this year, and we know personally the defensive coordinator for East Newton, Coach Perkins, and he's done a great job and turned that program around, or has helped turn that program around. Looking at other scores, Carl Junction, Bolivar tied up at 7 apiece, and we're back to action here in Neosho.
Spread the offense out a little bit. It's more of a flex bone, but Cats say nothing doing, and they stop the quarterback on the spot, and there's a flag thrown.
Oh, no. Let's see what happens. They pushed him back. It'd be a 4th down situation. They'd be forced to punt this deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I think from in the backfield like that, it's almost got to be holding on Republic.
Well, do you decline the penalty, bring up 4th down, or give them another shot at it?
No, you decline the penalty. Yeah, that's what it is. It's against the Wildcats.
Against Neosho again. And let's see if it's a big one.
Yeah, it will be.
Just a 5-yarder. It'll still be 4th down. And bring up.
It was non-consequential, I guess, at that point. I got that word consequential in there, didn't I?
You're using those big words on me. 5:50 to go. It's 3rd down and 1. Cats, another mental mistake on this drive. They're going to hand off, first man through. He busts through. He's got some room. Oh, he's going to go. He's got one man to beat. He's down to the 15, the 20, 25. He's brought down from behind on about the 2-yard line. That's number 15, Isaiah Hall. He brought that all the way down.
Well, it was a foot race between him and Hudson Williams, and Hudson finally caught up with him on about the 2-yard line.
60-yard run by Isaiah Hall. He broke through the Neosho line, ran all the way down. He had one man to beat, and they got him from behind on the 2-yard line. So just like that.
Cats offense has got to gin. First, we've got to get the defense off the field. Give them a little bit of time to rest. There's 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the half, and we could be down by 3 scores here just very quickly.
Ball on the 2, 1st and goal. Coleman across the right side, touchdown Republic. Coming with at the 5:10 mark. Another nice drive by Republic. 2-yard TD run, quarterback Coleman. And the Cats have yet to find an answer to put a stop to that running attack. Hall was the big culprit on that with a nice long run. It's now 20-0 with the extra point coming. They've been perfect so far tonight. Snap is down, the kick is up. It is good. And our score with 5:10 to go in the second period, 21-0. Republic on top of Neosho. We return after this on the KNEO Wildcats Sports Network.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 8 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half, and the Cats are down by 3 scores. Jen, we've got to do something. We've got to get the offense ginning and give the defense a little bit of a rest, a little breather.
The running game had some bright spots, and then they stall. Their passing attack hasn't done much. They're hanging in, but it's the mental mistakes tonight. Excuse me, the penalties that have been very costly to the Cats, and that's where we stand, 21-0.
We're telling everybody to come up. We're going to see if they don't, and they did just that. It was a onside kick. The Wildcats knew it because they watched it, and that ball went to number 16 on the Wildcats, and that was Wambago.
And the Cats, but they do have good field position right at the midfield mark. And
he very quickly jumped on the ball. He didn't try to go ahead and start running with it. He downed it right there, and Cats are in better field position than they've been yet.
And the ball spotted on the 49-yard line just inside Neosho territory. See what Coach Towdy and his crew can provide some magic and get back in this ball game. Hand off to Welch off the right side across midfield, a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Not much there. Welch doing his best. He had a good game last week against Joplin. He's had some really remarkable runs so far this year. 5:02 left in the half. Ball spotted on the 49-yard line, just inside Republic territory. Good to have you with us tonight here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. Well, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty against the Cats.
That's another one. I don't think Republic has been called for any miscues tonight.
This is a big one. It's going to be a 15-yarder.
That'll push him. I mean, you go from midfield back to, let's see where they'll spot it, on around just across the 35-yard line. That is a big one.
Yeah, that's going to make it first and, well, about 25 it looks like.
They need to get down to the 41-yard line, so they have a lot of territory to maneuver through. Just when you thought the Cats might come up with something, well, they bring it up and on the 36, but still long yardage. Second down and long yardage. Patterson back to throw. He's got a man open. He's got his brother. Oh, just out of his reach. Oh, there's a flag. It's going to be a...
Yeah, pass interference.
Well, that could be just a 15-yarder. It's not a spot foul on pass interference in high school.
Well, I tell you what, that was a nice thrown ball that was on the money. If it had been any closer than that, the defender had a chance.
Well, they'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage and first down. Oh.
We're going to go back. Now we're going to mark it back off and come back to the original. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll mark it down because the defender was all over Boston Patterson.
Yeah.
Boston reached out. He has those long arms.
There it is. Yeah, it's pass interference on the defense.
15-yard penalty, so I thought that would be a first down, but they're saying...
no, it'll take us back to the original line of scrimmage.
And that was starting at 49-yard line, then they move it back to... That'll be second down again.
Second now and about 8, so... You know, the Cats did a good job of paying attention that time.
Patterson back to throw. He's got one man. Oh, it's completed, but if he's in bounds, it's complete. It's still short.
Yeah, he caught it. He's in bounds.
And that was his brother. You know, they practice a lot in the backyard.
Yeah.
And they've got that down pat. It's still about a yard short of first down. So
I'll tell you what, 3rd and about 2, that is very manageable. And we talked about the keys to the Cats early in the ball game about getting those 3rd downs very manageable, and that's what the Cats have done this time.
They need to convert right now. This would be almost 4th down territory.
Well, I think it definitely is. There's 4 minutes and 41 seconds left before half.
2 men in the backfield with Patterson. They're going to hand off to the right side.
That is
Harden.
Trey Harden.
He just he put his head down and charged through the line.
Yeah, he got the first down, I believe.
You are correct. Ball spotted on the 40-yard line.
Oh no, my goodness.
How would they? Oh, it's another penalty against the Wildcats. Where in the world? It's a 5-yard penalty. Going to bring it back. Republic will take the penalty and bring up.
Well, let's see what it is. It's offsides.
3rd down. That's another offside penalty against the Cats. That has been a showstopper tonight.
Yeah, we can't seem to win for losing. We have got to stop that before we do anything else.
Well, you had the first down, and you commit another miscue, and it's 3rd down and 6 for the Cats from the 47-yard line. Patterson running right, trying to throw. He has no one to go. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, thrown for a loss. Good 5-yard loss. It'll bring up 4th down and long yardage for the Cats. Here comes the punting team again.
Well, that play just took so long to develop. Brock Pyle was out there as the lead blocker, but by the time Patterson turned the corner, there were 3 more defenders up on him, and Pyle couldn't get them all.
That's what happened to Patterson last week in the Joplin game. He would run to his right, trying to throw back to his right, and he just couldn't do it, and he threw an interception. He was wise tonight, just ate the ball and got thrown out of bounds. Here's the kick. It's a nice one. Good hang time. And it's going to take a Neosho bounce and back this way. Oh, better stop it, boys.
Yeah, we got
They will down it.
Yeah.
Around the 25-yard line. Good punt. And they'll spot the ball on about the 27.
3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half, and the Cats are down by 3 scores.
Very fast first half here in Neosho tonight. It is senior night at halftime. There's about 40 seniors in the high school band. They'll be recognized for their accomplishments tonight at halftime. That'll be the biggie. That'll take up quite some time.
Well, we want everybody to stay tuned for the halftime show, which is being brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
John, they just flagged Neosho for another penalty.
Well, that must have been unsportsmanlike conduct.
Let's see, from the 26-yard line, let's see how much they spotted. I didn't see what the infraction was, but the Cats are just having a difficult time tonight with miscues.
2, 3, 4.
John, it's a big one.
Must have been a holding penalty. That's all I can do. Yeah.
It's a 15-yarder.
Yeah, it is. It's an illegal block against the Cats.
Ball across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Republic, and they
must have been a chop block. End up being an unsportsmanlike conduct.
They start with good field position. 1st and 10 Republic on their own 41-yard line. Coleman under center. He's going right. Got some room. Brought down. Oh, hit hard.
Yeah, he was hit hard that time. Ertl caught him and stood him straight up, and here came Boston Patterson.
And hit him right in the numbers. Good tackle from Boston to make that stop. Harden in the backfield. Soriano on the other cornerback. Mr. Smith, a young Mr. Smith, number 10.
Ball just... clock keeps running, and obviously there's nobody in Republic that's in a big hurry to get out there and make the play.
Plenty of time.
13 seconds on the clock.
Plenty of time on that play clock. One man in motion. Hand off to Claire coming around right. No, is the man up the middle. Must have been Fleetwood again. No, it's number 7. Different man. Oh, that's Pelfrey. We haven't called his number tonight. He's the other fullback.
He is a junior. He is 5'10", goes about 182.
3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Clock still running. 2:45 before halftime. Wildcats down 21-0.
Well, we need something good to happen right here.
Fleetwood off to the left side, and they call a timeout.
Yeah, they did. Cats stayed home again that time. Maybe we've learned our lesson now, and there's nothing they could do but call timeout.
Try to regroup. 2:31 to go. Let's take just a quick timeout here on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Welcome back, and we're talking about the number of people that are here. We've got another graduating class that is here tonight, that they're up in the far corner, football players that are here to root the Cats on.
And here comes Claire. He's got some room, close to a first down, running off right tackle, comes back to the left,
I think
found
he
a
fell
hole.
forward and got it.
And that'll move the chains, keep things moving. And the clock, it was stopped. It's back in progress. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Republic. They have led throughout this ball game. A lot of miscues, mental mistakes by the Cats tonight. It's been unfortunate. One man in motion, handoff this time up the middle, gain of about 5. And that's number 7. That's Pelfrey again, the other fullback.
Well, they're going to just run the clock on down. They may just continue to run Pelfrey and give some of those other backs a little bit of a breather.
Not much the Cats can do right now except call timeout, and they have not. They have 3 timeouts left. The Tigers have 1 timeout remaining.
Well, I think we probably want to get done and get into the clubhouse.
2nd down and 6. Handoff, first man through. Once again, that's Pelfrey.
Yeah, he didn't get anywhere that time, maybe a yard.
Good stop by the Cats. Don't forget, football season is winding down. Next week we'll be in Carthage. Then the week after that, first round of district action. Hopefully we'll have a game here at the Bob Anderson Stadium.
Yeah, the Cats are going to have to do something right now. Is a good time to do it. Let's go into the locker room, or field house, with a moral victory right here. What do you say?
There's a flag on the play. It's direct snap back to the slot back.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be an illegal procedure.
It is against Republic, one of the few times they've had a mishandle in this ball game. Lady Wildcats tomorrow at 3 o'clock. All the action on the KNEO Sports Network. Eric Gann from McDonald County going to help me with that ball game. And they're playing a very fine Lee Summit West softball team. It's at Lee Summit. Legal procedure is the call against the Tigers. 5-yard penalty pushes it back. It'd be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11. Cats need to stop right here. He's back to throw. He hadn't thrown in the game. First throw of the game, and got him, pushed him out of bounds on the 45.
And he's going to help him up. And that was Trey Harden that just caught him all the way and popped him. And he's getting up, holding his arm just a little bit. Of course, there was nothing malicious about that. That was just a good, hard tackle.
Well, let's see what the Republic wants to do if they're going to go for it. Ball spotted right on the 45. And, John, they're going to try for it. So why not? Their defense has held the Cats at bay tonight. 4th down and still long yardage. Claire in motion off to the right side. One man near side, and there's a timeout. Official's going to call timeout, and Republic will take their last timeout. We'll do the same. You're in tune to the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Insurance Benefits Consultants now has 2 locations to serve you. They're located at 1009 South Neosho Boulevard in Neosho and at 701 Northwest McNelly Road in Bentonville, Arkansas. They are proud supporters of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They provide Medicare and Medicaid supplemental policies, as well as life, health, and group health insurance plans from companies like Allstate and Colonial. For more information, call 417-451-40 4244, or in Arkansas, 479-431-5226.
Back at Bob Anderson Stadium, 48 seconds left in the half, and Republic took their last time out. Jim, this is a good opportunity for the Cats to get a mortal victory right here before they go into the field house.
And Republic would like to keep this drive alive, get some more points on the scoreboard.
They've got a whiteout here, and they've got trip whiteouts over on the other side now. They're bringing one back into almost a slot.
And they're gonna punt it, and they kind of fool everybody. It's going to take a Tiger bounce all the way down inside the 5, and it's down on about the 3-yard line. And they fake the run, and they just kick it.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting, and there was a whole lot of traffic. And kudos to their quarterback for being able to go ahead and kick that ball, even with that big crowd around him.
And Cats were not ready in the backfield. They just let it roll, and not much they can do. 39 seconds left before halftime. Cats are down 21-0. Ball spotted on about the 3.5-yard line. They have to be careful here. You don't want to make a mistake. Patterson back in his own end zone. They'd like to get out of there and have a little breathing room. They'll hand it off right side to Welch across the 5, maybe the 6-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about, like you said, well, it was on the 3, so he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Ball across the 5. It is second down, clock winding down to under 20 seconds. He wants to throw, he has to be careful. He's got a man open. Oh, what a hit on the out of bounds. And no flag on the play.
No, that was a good clean hit. That was number 4, and his forward momentum took him into Soriano.
Oh, that was Soriano's. He can feel that one. He's kind of bent over on the sideline. He is a senior.
Here comes Canton Smith in place of Soriano.
12 seconds left. 3rd down and 7. I'd almost assume they'd run this ball to run the clock out.
Yeah. There's a flag, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Yeah.
It's against Neosho, another penalty. Whatever it is, will be half the distance to the goal.
Look at it and see. I don't know whether we've got a
couple of young men coming off substitution here. Yeah, the ball will be back to about the 2.5-yard line. Too many men on the field is the call. They bring the ball back.
Well, you know, that penalty is normally called when the ball is snapped. And the ball was never snapped that time, so I'm not sure about that.
They're going to run it up across the 5. Got some room. Brought down. He hangs on, and that should be the end of it. Clock will run out. Our score at halftime, Republic Tigers 21, Neosho Wildcats nothing. We'll return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Yeah, we'll run a couple of spots. Just get a hotkey.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Newmac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. It is halftime, and you can see the seniors that are lining up out there that are seniors for the band to be recognized tonight. Jim, I'm not sure what you can say about this. It's been a penalty-riddled ball game for the Cats tonight.
This is the most penalties against the Cats all season in any contest. They have almost error-free last week against Joplin until late in the fourth quarter, but tonight from the get-go, it has not gone their way. Do want to mention, John, quickly, some quick scores around the COC. Carthage and Webb City tied up at 7 apiece, and that's at halftime. The other scores, Joplin on top of Willard. That's at halftime, 28-0. Ozark and Nixa. Nixa leading 20-3. Lebanon over Glendale, 21-14. And Kickapoo and Waynesville tied up at 7 apiece. McDonald County leading 42-0 over Central out of Kansas City. And let's see, Seneca on top of East Newton now 28-7. That's a quick look at scores around Southwest Missouri.
Well, when the Cats come back, they'll be kicking the ball, and we're down 3 scores. We're going to have to first right the ship as far as penalties are concerned, and then we're going to have to play defense, and we're going to have to get Mr. Patterson plenty of time to be able to throw the ball. Right now it's time for our halftime show that is brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. So we'll run that, and we'll be back and talk about what the Cats have done this first half right after this.
Reporters ask me, who is the greatest Christian I've ever known? I always answer, Ruth. She is the greatest Christian I've ever known.
Billy and Ruth Graham are together in heaven. But while they were here on earth, their marriage was an inspiration to countless people.
When you get married, you're committing for life. It's commitment that's kept Ruth and me together in times of stress or strain or difficulty. The scripture says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church. He loved the church so much that he died on the cross for all of those that were going to become members of his body, the church. That's why he died on the cross and shed his blood. And that's why he rose from the dead, so you could find a new life in him. Come to Christ.
Jesus can restore your marriage and your life. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 2918 East 20th Street in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Wildcat Minute is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Neosho Wildcats.
Welcome to this version of Wildcat Minute. I'm John Ball, and I have head soccer coach Steve Snockenberg. Coach, you've been around doing this for 27 years?
Yeah, I have. It's been something I've really enjoyed, and I still enjoy it. So, yeah, I've been doing it that long.
Well, actually, you've been teaching longer than that, haven't you?
Yeah, I believe this is my 30th year teaching, so I was in the district a couple years before I started coaching.
All right, well, you've got a few games under your belt now, and we happen to see you out at the Marion Family Complex on a pretty regular basis. How do you feel like your team's doing?
Well, it's been a good season. I feel like we're playing really well. Our record's not really showing that, but we do play really well. We've been in a lot of close games. We had a big win against Joplin the other night. It's nice being out there. We've moved to play out there all of our home games, so we've enjoyed being out there and playing on that grass field.
Well, tell me the difference between the grass field and the turf at the football field.
You know, the game's a little faster on the turf. The bounce is sometimes more predictable, but sometimes, you know, if the ball's spinning, it really takes a different bounce than on the grass. But it's nice and flat and everything. So, you know, our kids get to experience both of them. And, you know, we kind of like that. We can practice over on the baseball field a little bit if we need to, so we can get the feel of that turf when we're going to play there. So it's nice.
Well, I know Will Ebbinghaus is one of those that kind of does double duty. He plays soccer for you, but then he kicks extra points for the football team as well. Is that something that happens on a regular basis?
It happens some. This is probably the second or third kid that's done that. It's really working out well. Will can handle it. He handles the pressure really well. So it's been going really, really good for him on both sides, in football and in soccer.
Well, how many kids do you have out for soccer this year?
We have 49 out for the team, so we're able to field varsity JV, and then we have a C team also that plays a few games during the season.
Okay, and I'm assuming you don't just do this by yourself. You have assistant coaches?
I've got two excellent assistant coaches. Edley Lepi has been with me a couple of years, and we brought Diego Vargas in this year to help us. He's been doing a great job helping me with the varsity, where Edley pretty much takes care of the JV and the C team.
Okay, so when you get bored with the boys, you do the girls as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. And we're getting ready to start some off-season here in a couple weeks, and we're excited to see how the girls are going to do this year as far as, getting there and getting ready for the season this spring.
Well, tell me, what does an off-season look like? What are you looking for? What are you trying to see from your kids?
Early on, it's mostly just training, agilities and speed and conditioning, those sorts of things. And, their work ethic, of course, is something we pay close attention to. And, then we get into some ball work and things like that a little bit later on, getting closer to the season. So, then we look for that, the way the girls gel and work together and their skills and those sorts of things. So it's kind of a process we go through for probably 2 or 3 months.
Well, you say you have the same type of format. You have a COC championship that you look for, but then there's district playoffs as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Okay, tell me when do those come about?
We will be doing our seeding probably next week for our district. We're in a new district this year with Joplin and Carthage and several Kansas City schools. So this is kind of new to us this year. We've been in a district with Springfield teams, Nixa and Ozark and that group. So now we're going up with Lee Summit West and Rockhurst and Lee Summit and Ray-Pec, Lee Summit North.
Okay, well, congratulations on the season up to this point. And have you got some more home games left?
Yeah, we do. We have 2 more. We play Willard this Thursday. That'll be our pink out night. And then Webb City will be our senior night. And then we also have a home game with Nixa on the 29th.
Okay, and you certainly want to invite everybody to come on out to the Marion Family Complex and go to the far side of the complex, and that's where you all are, right?
Correct. Yep. Back in the back behind the baseball and softball fields. It's a great environment. The kids really enjoy playing there, and it'd be great to have those stands packed with Neosho people.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for spending time with us.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Wildcat Minute, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Neosho Wildcats.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A nonprofit organization, a sponsor of high school sports.
It's time for the Freeman Sports Health Minute.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. We're at halftime, and the band is out there treating us to a really nice show. Cats are down by 3 scores, Jim, and we talked about it earlier, but it Bears talking about again, we got to do something about penalties. There is no doubt about it.
You got to get your head in the ball game and get over it. I mean, you're not out of the ball game yet, but John, if this is a good Republic team. They lost to Nixa, which everyone has lost to Nixa this year. They lost to Carthage. Carthage is a great team, and they're holding their own against Webb City tonight. In that ball game at halftime, it was tied up at 7 apiece. But if you don't get a score here early and get back in the ball game, you're going to be in trouble. If you start the fourth quarter and you're down 21, 28 points, you might as well get ready for next year or next week against Carthage, because it will be a tough assignment to come back and that far down. But they're not out of it yet. We're thinking positive. And Coach Taddy will regroup and they'll work with the defense and try to make some adjustments and get back into this contest.
Well, Blaine, being the sophomore quarterback, he's thrown a couple of really nice passes. Unfortunately, there were a couple of them that, even though they were right on, our wide receivers didn't get it. But it tells me that we can do that again, because he is zeroing in on those wide receivers. He threw one to Boston down here that only Boston could have caught. And those are the kind of passes that you want to be throwing. You don't want to throw into a whole lot of a big crowd. That's not going to happen. That happened to us once, but fortunately it was not intercepted. He's hit Soriano a time or two, and he hit number 1, Hudson Williams, a time or two, and he showed us at the end of the game, end of the first half, what he can do when he runs the ball. We were down here and we were backed up on about the 3-yard line, and he ran the ball out to about the 12-yard line. Time ran out on us, but he did let Republic know he could run the ball.
That they did. They, like you said, they had one completed pass, and that was a 5-yard pass to the tight end, Ewell, that over on the far side of the field. And they've ran the ball, and they've run it well. And, John, when your opponent gives you the first downs, you'll take them and keep those drives alive. And the Cats have really haven't found an answer to put a stop to this running attack tonight from Republic.
Well, we'll read a few more scores. I don't think anything has changed. It's halftime at Webb City, and the Carthage Tigers and Webb City Cardinals are knotted at 7. Of course, Republic right now is 3 scores up on us. Over in Joplin, the Eagles are up on Willard Tigers 28-0. The Nixa Eagles at home 27, the Ozark Tigers 3. The Kickapoo Chiefs and the Waynesville Tigers in the second quarter, Jim, are tied at 7. And the Yellow Jackets from Lebanon are up over the Glendale Falcons by a score of 21-14.
Also in the Big 8, some updates in the third quarter. Mack County on top of Central out of Kansas City, 42-0. Lamar on top of Aurora, 14-0 at halftime. Cassville up over Monette, second quarter, 27-16. Seneca on top of East Newton, 28-14, getting ready for halftime. Other scores, Nevada leading Mount Vernon. That score late in the first quarter, 34-21.
Over in the new Ozark Mountain Conference, it is the Hornets from Hillcrest over the Vikings of Parkview, 13-6. Carl Junction Bulldogs and the Bolivar Liberators are tied at 14, and it's still in the second quarter there. Here is a final. The Branson Pirates 56 and the Logan Rogersville Wildcats 14.
I don't know what's happened to the Branson Pirates this year. They've come alive, new life. We lost to them in overtime last year, and they were a very weak ball club, but they've turned it around just like the Cats have this year.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services, including checking.
I don't know what's happened, but everything is clicking in that conference for the Branson Pirates.
Well, sometimes when you see some new faces and you see some new teams, that encourages you to move on, and you're absolutely right. We've talked to some different people around the area, and nobody wants to go to Branson and play the Branson Pirates now.
I enjoyed going to Branson because where all those good restaurants and barbecue places are down there, and always enjoy that beautiful facility. But it's a beautiful night, not much wind of any kind, temperatures around 60 degrees, and just a perfect night for high school football. And this is the last regular season home game for the Cats. Hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be back for district action, and hopefully we don't have to go on the road because there are some teams. It's kind of a strange district, John. We play, Carthage and Webb City and us and Joplin, but Joplin is a bigger school, so they won't be in our district. But there's schools like Ruskin, there's Belton, there's Grain Valley and Raytown South up in the Kansas City area that we could be going up that way again.
Yeah, we really could. Well, the band is still doing what they're doing. Why don't we take another 3-minute timeout, and by that time, the time we get back, it should be halftime be over, and the Cats will be kicking the ball off to the Republic Tigers. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They're located in their offices at 811 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote, or go online at mckayqualityroofing.com for more information. Go Cats!
In a sense, we all live in earthquake zones. Sometimes things in our world are shaken by forces we can't control. It might be one of those times in your life right now. Life's quakes remind us how breakable and vulnerable we are. You were made for a relationship with Jesus Christ. Only through Him can you be safe for all eternity. He proved it by His blood when He died on the cross to pay for every sin you've ever committed. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM.
And welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. There's about 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. Jim and I were just talking, and hopefully you saw a little bit of it. The Wildcat Marching Band back in the day, the main thing you did was try to make sure that you lined up and you had straight lines when you came on and came off. And these cats out here that are marching band are marching, they're dancing, they're looking in a mirror back behind them, and we've got the people out there with the flags, and they're doing all kinds of different things that's going on. And right now what you see is the percussion group that are getting off the floor. So
it's a production. It's a lot different. I remember in band, John, 50-some years ago, and you'd march every 5 yards, you would take 8 steps. 8 steps for 5 yards, and you just learned and you took pride in keeping that line straight, whether you marched down the street, and we did a lot of participation in that as well. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, we can't say this enough, the Lady Wildcat softball team takes on Lee Summit West in the semifinals, District 7 action up at Lee Summit, Missouri. Game time 3 o'clock. If you can't make it up there, we understand, but you can also listen. It'll be audio only. And yours truly, and I'll be up there with Eric Gann tomorrow from McDonald County. He's going to help me with that ball game. Game time 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock on KNEO.org. Very easy to get. And we'll do our best to bring home a Wildcat victory. If they should win, they would play in the championship game Monday night at 5 o'clock. And, John, you'll come up to rescue me and
that's right.
Bring us home, and we'll have some video of that game. That's on Monday night. So let's go Lady Cats.
Yeah, we really do, and want to encourage you to support them. If not, they're physically in spirit. We were there. It seemed like that we were there for 2 days yesterday, didn't it?
It was a long day, and Neosho is the only one in the area left standing. Joplin was defeated. The Cats defeated the Lady Eagles yesterday. Carthage lost in extra innings, and Webb City also lost in the top of the 12th inning. Lee Summit. The other Lee Summit team. There's 3 teams from Lee Summit. I'm trying to make sure I get the right one.
Lee Summit West and Lee Summit North.
And Webb City lost that ball game after being up 7-0. So it was a heartbreak for both Webb City and Carthage. But Neosho's still standing, and we're supporting our Lady Cats in that game 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You might want to tune in just a little bit early. We'll have a short pregame, and depending on the outcome of the first game, they could start just a little bit early, so we don't want you to miss any of that action tomorrow afternoon. Should be a beautiful day in Kansas City as well, here in the Neosho area.
Well, Jim, let's think for just a minute. What have the Cats got to do? Obviously, the first thing we got to do, we got to clean up the penalties. We've said that and can't say that enough times. We've got to clean up the penalties. But going forward, the defense spent too much time on the field. The offense has got to get some first downs. Now, we know that obviously everybody in the conference is focusing on Denver Welch. Denver Welch, even in a bad experience last week, had 110 yards rushing, so he continues to do that. I think we're going to have to air the ball out a little bit more. Patterson did a nice job of moving the ball and hitting the spots that he needed to hit, but our receivers just weren't there.
You're going to have to attack quickly, and you're going to have to score to get back in this ball game. And timing just a little bit off on the passing attack, running game. You're not going to go anywhere, John, when you gain just 2 or 3 yards on each carry. And Republic is very tough. They have some big young men on the front line, offense and defense, and they've stacked that box, and there's just nowhere to go for the Cats tonight. And Patterson doing his best, and he is either brought down from behind as he tries to cut the corner on a quarterback keeper, and Welch, he's doing his darndest to get some gains, but it's just not there so far tonight. And, John, this first 6 minutes of this third quarter is going to be crucial. If Republic comes down and scores on their first possession, and they will get the kickoff here at the beginning of the third period, if they score, I think the Cats will be in trouble.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the defense is going to have to come out, and they're going to have to make opportunities for the offense. We've got to do that. But going forward, even with that, with the offense, I really am starting to like this two-back set that we have going on, whether it be Rome in the backfield with Welch, whether it be Harden in the backfield with Welch, or lined up on the outside. It doesn't matter at this point. We get that two-back set going. We've got an extra blocker back there. We can give Mr. Patterson all the time he needs to be able to look things over and make the accurate throws or run the ball.
You can't be predictable when you have just one or lone running back, and that's been Welch most of the season, and you don't have a quarterback that is able to do the option or to scramble as much as what Cade Spiva has done earlier in the season. You are in trouble, and the defense knows who to center on and kind of zero in and who's going to get the ball, and makes it much easier for your opponent.
Well, I think you're right. You said the first 6 minutes of the ball game is very crucial, and I'm looking for our defense to come out and make a statement really quick and stop them and give us good field position and let the offense get going. If the offense can get going and we can hit pay dirt one time during that first 6 minutes, then I think the door's wide open for us.
It is. Both teams coming back out on the field right now. Neosho will kick off. The Tigers deferred at the opening of the ball game, so they will get the ball on this possession. They have done very well tonight, had some very long drives, took time off the clock, and that makes for a very fast first half. Our halftime show, a little bit longer tonight. It's senior night, and a lot of the band members were recognized, and pregame was the football players, cheerleaders, and athletic department that was recognized. And they've had a great season here. The coaches are doing a fine job. Some new coaches this year at the high school and various aspects, and we appreciate all their efforts in helping mold young minds here in the Neosho community.
Ramonio Fluentes will kick the ball off for the Cats. Cats did a really, really nice job. Everybody over on the sideline knew, but we did not know, but the way they were aiming up in our backs back there, that it was going to be an onside kick a little while ago, and we did a really nice job of covering that.
And
there's a good kick.
Going to be taken out on the 7. They pick it up across the 10, the 15, the 20. He's got some room. He could go. He's always tripped up on the 35-yard line. He had one man to beat, and that was Fleethouse that took that ball and brought it up. He is so quick. He's only 5'3", short in stature, but he is quick.
Yeah, he is. He weighs 149 pounds. Mason Fleetwood is a senior. Obviously, his football career is probably going to live and die with Republic this year, because he's just, in this day and age, he's just not the size he needs to be. But he has the heart of he's a tiger with the heart of a lion. Let's say that.
He's been a vital spark plug for this team. Ball first and 10, 38-yard line. Oh, fumbled the ball. He picks it back up. Coleman gets it, and he makes a nice gain out of the mistake, and he gains about 7 yards on that play.
Trey Harden in there for the tackle, but the damage was already done, and he picked it up, and it'll be second and about 3.
The ball spotted on the 45-yard line, like we mentioned. Clock running. We're just into the opening seconds of the third period. Neosho is down 21-0. And later on, post-game show, we'll have scores from around the area. Some close games, Webb City and Carthage. There's a handoff to Fleetwood. He comes across. He is enough for the first down. And, John, that's what they're doing, 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. And that keeps the drive alive.
Well, that's certainly all they need to do. The Cats are going to have to figure out how to stop that, and we're going to have to figure out there is so much motion going on in their backfield. We're going to have to find out who we can isolate.
The ball down to the 48-yard line inside Neosho territory.
You can certainly see why this Republic group is 5-2, can't you?
Yes, certainly. They've lost to a very fine Nixa team, and they close one against Carthage. Handoff this time, left tackle. That's the fullback. That's number 15, Hull. He's struggling and gains about 5 yards on the play. He fought for every inch of that yardage.
Yeah, we have got to get our front 4 guys. If they don't do anything else, they just need to stand up and plug a hole.
This running attack keeps that ball, the clock running. And Republic, no hurry to get back to the line. Game the play clock down to 10. And a handoff this time right side. That's Claire. He's wrapped up after a gain of about 3. Trying to find a hole behind his blockers, and not much there.
Well, the defense did exactly what we talked about that time. They plugged the hole, and there was no place for him to go. But once he had a head of steam up, he was almost like a bulldozer, wasn't he?
He was. Big play coming up for the Cats. 3rd down and 4. Ball spotted on the 42-yard line. The way things are going, John, it's almost 4th down territory for Republic when they're gaining 4, 5, 6 yards a carry. It's a quarterback keeper. Oh, he's hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that was sophomore Kobe McGehee in there that made the tackle and knocked him back.
That was a quarterback keeper on the option. He didn't pitch out. He just carried it off right tackle, and bam, he was hit hard.
I'm not real sure why when we caught him in the backfield, we brought the ball back up here. Cats did not get the benefit of the snap that time. Well, Cats are going to have to make up their mind right here to stay home. We do not need to give them this first down.
4th and 3 from the 41-yard line, the hard count, and they'll take a timeout. And we will as well. It's 21-0, 8:50 to go in this third period here from Neosho. We'll return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. There's 8 minutes and 51 seconds left, and this is a crucial down. It's 4th down for the Cats defense. If we can stop them right here and the Cats can somehow go down and find pay dirt, then that just changes the whole complexity of this ball game, Jim.
Here come the Tigers. 4th down and short yardage. See what the Cats can do. Fleetwood in motion, handoff to Hall, and he's
got it.
He has enough for a first down. Hall makes 4. He needed about 3. That'll move the chains.
Now they're making the motion, yes.
It is a first down for Republic. Ball spotted on the 37-yard line, it looks like. 37.5-yard line.
Well, no. There they go.
They'll move now.
Yeah,
clock back running. It's 8:40 to go in the third period. They've taken all the time. Neosho is yet to touch the ball here in the second half. Good crowd on hand from both sides, and we like to see that. Things have changed here in Neosho this year. Good ball club and a lot of good support. There's a handoff, misdirection play to Fleetwood, and he stopped at about the 34-yard line. The line judge coming down says yes, he got across the 35.
Well, that seems to be their go-to play. He seems to be able to get around there and scamper through a hole that obviously the offensive line is winning in the trenches against us. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Cats need to put a stop. Cats need a turnover. There's only been really that one turnover at the beginning of the game where the Cats fumbled going in for a touchdown on the 2-yard line. Player in motion. He's back to throw. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown all the way. Touchdown. 35-yard touchdown pass. And there's one that caught him off guard. Touchdown to Republic coming at the 7:34 mark.
That is C.L. Ewell who made the catch on that. And you're right, he was just wide open. There was nobody even close to him.
And they were trying their best, and no one was going to catch him. You could tell that he caught it on about the 15 and ran it in. Good run after catch. Extra point coming. They took a good 4.5 minutes off the clock on that opening drive. Extra point coming. Snap is down. And hit the upright and bounced back. It's no good. But they extend their lead. It's now 27-0 in favor of Republic on top of Neosho. We'll be back after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. There's 7 minutes and 34 seconds in the third quarter. And Republic is getting ready to line up to kick off to the Cats, and we're down by 4 scores now. And that doesn't mean anything, Jim. That means that we've done that before. We've exploded. We can get the offense moving and get it spread out and get some of those passing lanes open up. The Cats have got a good opportunity yet.
This is the first time the Cats will touch the ball in the second half, and a long kick. A lot of hang time. It's going to go into the end zone. A nice 60-yard kick all the way into the end zone, and the Cats will come out and take the ball on the 20-yard line. That's where they'll start. 7:34 to go in this third period.
That's the third period over in Webb City, and the Tigers from Carthage have finally gone up by a score of 14-7.
Very hard-fought ball game. Two good clubs. A lot of pride in that ball game for sure. And we'll be in Carthage next week to face the Tigers, face another Tiger team. 1st and 10, Cats from their 20. Handoff. And he's pushed back. Patterson going to keep it, and he's thrown back for a loss. See where his initial progress. They say maybe a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, at least that play developed well, but he did not have any blockers in front of him. That's another place where we have got to start winning in the trenches, because there was a little bit of an opening there, and he started to take advantage of it and got thrown back.
2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. He's back to throw. He's got a one-man open.
I had Hudson Williams open. That ball was just a little bit underthrown.
Timing is still off with the Cats on their throws. That brings up 3rd and long, John. We've seen this far too often the past 2 weeks.
Well, we're changing all kinds of people around. Number 21 is back in the ball game for the Cats, and that is Lincoln Howard.
Clock is stopped at 6:56. Republic on top, 27-0.
We've got 2 wideouts on this side, and over on the other side, we're really opening up with wideouts.
You have your speedsters out there, Soriano. He is close. Oh, nice catch by Hudson Williams. He's got the first down across the 35 to about the 37. That was a nice play.
That really was. He jumped up and showed us a little bit of acrobatics, and then turned around and ran another 5 or 6 yards after that.
He just landed across the middle, and good timing, good pass. Good play. 1st and 10 Cats from the 38-yard line, as they're calling now.
Open backfield.
They're going to back to throw again. He's got a man. Oh, thrown behind.
Yeah, I'm not sure that wasn't pass interference that time. Number 10 looked like he had his hands on him.
Ball intended for Denver Welch. Thrown behind Welch. He had him stretched out. And
well, I'm still not sure you don't go back to that same thing. We gain yards when we do that. And if we get the ball to Welch somehow, then we've got another first down.
And you have to move the ball down the field as quick as you can. And the long throw again. It's intended for Hudson Williams at the 46-yard line, incomplete. He was held up, and there's no penalty.
No.
That brings up 3rd and 10. Long yardage for the Cats again.
Yeah, it makes it really, really difficult. We have got to get something going right here.
Brock Pyle back in the ball game for the Cats.
He'll be in that slot position to give us a little bit of extra coverage, give Blaine a little bit extra time.
Well, the ball spotted on the 38, 3rd and 10. Clock stopped at 6:20 to go. In the third period, back to throw again. He has some time. Throwing deep, he's got a man open. He does. Completed to Hudson Williams. Yeah, good pass up to the 47-yard line.
And that's a first down.
Inside Republic territory. First time we've been in Republic territory since the opening minutes of the ball game. And they'll actually spot it on the 46. Good call for the Cats. Back again. They'll run this time.
It's a Wildcat, and Welch takes a direct snap, and he's going to pick up about 3 over on this side.
And he was pushed out of bounds on the near side. Clock still running. 6 minutes to go. Third period. You're in tune to the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. Always check out all the scores at kneo.org. Second down. They'll run it again. Quarterback keeper right side got some room across the 40, 45. He's all the way down to the 30. Nice run by Blaine Patterson.
Cats have got something going. We are moving the ball, and that is most definitely what we have got to do.
They have Republic back on their heels right now. They're making some progress. See if they can keep this going. Patterson back to throw. He has a man open. Oh, just underthrown, intended for Hudson Williams. Down on the 25-yard line. No penalty flag. They're going to stay out there. They have a quick count.
I don't see Soriano out there.
One man coming off the field.
There's Soriano right there, and that is Everett Tomlinson is coming off, and somebody else is going back in.
Williams and Soriano here on the near side. They're back to throw, running right. He comes around, he has a man open. It's intercepted at the 20, and that is so difficult. He did that last week. He runs right, tries to throw back across his body. It's intercepted.
Yeah,
another good drive wasted here, John.
Well, it was, but I tell you what, that was a great job by the defender that time to watch the quarterback and see where he was going to throw it. And he's thrown the ball to Hudson Williams several times, and just to kind of eye it. But I'll tell you what that did. That gave the defense a chance to rest for just a little bit.
They needed that. They're back on the field. And the Republic will have the ball for the second time this quarter. They scored on the opening drive, took about 4.5 minutes off the clock. Extra point was no good. That's where we stand, 27-0. Fleetwood around the side. Oh, he got away. He has some room, brought down still for a loss of about 2 on the play. He was thrown back. Somehow he got loose.
Well, I tell you what, I see number 8 out there on the field, and that is senior Corbin York that has been out ever since the second ball game of the year, and to see him back in the secondary for the Cats just warms the cockles of my heart.
Ball spotted on the 20. It'll be second down and 11 for the Tigers.
Now, Soriano is still limping a little bit as he runs.
He's left cornerback. There's the run again. Has some room. Gain of about 3 as they scored it through.
Yeah,
see if that's number 5. That's Claire, the running back.
And Corbin York was in there to help make the tackle with Jackson Ertl that time.
Republic in no hurry to get back to the line. They're going to continue to run and just take time off the clock.
Well, this is third down, third and about 9 or 8, I guess. It looks like a long 8.
You know, if they could hold them here, John, they would be forced to punt. They're back deep in their territory.
Well, this would normally be a passing down. We'll see. We've got to stay tough in the lane.
And they'll hand it off left side. It's going to be far short, just across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Brings up fourth down. Let's see if they decide to punt. They've only punted once tonight.
Well, we've seen them with that little quick kick be an option, so we'll see if they don't do that same thing again.
They'll take more time off the clock. They'll be content. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line.
Number 1, that is Kenton Ellison that is out on the far end. Yeah, and they're going to go for it.
Fourth down and long yardage. One man in motion. They've been successful tonight on fourth down. Hard count.
Yeah. They thought they were going to get us, and Cats did a nice job. That's their second time out, and it is only there's still 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Let's take a timeout as well. You're in tune to the KNEO Wildcat. No, are they coming back?
Yeah, they're coming back right now.
I thought they were having a longer timeout. We'll just stay with the action. 27-0 in favor of Republic. Fourth down, and let's see what they'll do if they'll punt. They're in punt formation. Boston Patterson back on his own 45-yard line to receive the punt. Boston has been the lone bright spot of the Cats tonight.
Yeah, Soriano coming off the field as quick as he can to keep us from getting in too many men on the field again.
And that would have been a penalty to allow for another first down, but he got off just in time. Clock is stopped at 3:13 left in this third period.
Well, they may be trying to get themselves set up. This may be a fake. I can't imagine that at this point with them that far back.
Well, they're going to punt. It's a decent punt.
Oh, there's a flag.
A flag. They probably ran into the kicker.
Nope, they didn't call it.
The kicker was on his back. A good actor. You know, a lot of kickers like to be an actor.
Number 14 lost his helmet somehow, so by rule, he's got to come out for a play. But we were too busy watching down here, and I guess Boston called a fair catch.
Yeah, the ball was rolling, and they just downed it. And Cats decided not to try to pick it up and run. The ball will be spotted on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Cats, 3:02 to go in this third period.
We need a spark right here. Let's get the spark going right here. Let's get a pass out, and let's get a touchdown in this quarter.
One man in the backfield with Patterson. That's Welch. They'll hand it off. Going right. And they fumble, and Republic comes up with it. Another miscue and mishandle by the Cats, and Republic takes over.
Well, that was a nice handoff that time. It looked like the Welch went about 3 or 4 steps, and as he tried to put the ball over in the other hand, I think he lost it. So
they will come up with a fumble, and they take over on the 35-yard line. So they are in business again. 2:57 to go in the third period. Glad you're staying with us tonight on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network. Season winding down. Both teams with 5-2 records have lost to some good teams. Neosho's lost to Webb City and Joplin. Coleman under center. Oh, handoff. Had him, and he slipped through. The fullback kind of slipped through there.
Yeah.
Gain of about 2-3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Everett Tomlinson had a great opportunity to get him back behind the line of scrimmage, but he's not a fullback for nothing, and Mr. Hull just went right on through the line.
John, I would assume Republic will just run, and take time off the clock.
Yeah.
Not much. They only have one timeout left. They've used that on those third down plays. 4th down. They stopped the clock so they didn't get a penalty. 2:15 to go. Third period, 27-0. Hand off right side. Oh, what a nice hole. That's Claire. Down to the 25-yard line, very close to a first down.
He was tackled in there that time by Caden Smith coming from his safety position.
It's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard. Clock will run. John, they're happy just to get 3.5, 4 yards of carry.
Yeah.
You can move the ball, get a first down, move the chains, and kill the clock.
Yeah, this is a very manageable 3rd down.
And they quarterback keeper, and the second push through, and that's enough for a first down for the Tigers. First and 10, ball spotted on the 24-yard line. Clock will wind. They'll set it. 1:30 to go. Third period. Yeah, John, you're right. When the defense is on the field more than the offense, it's you get tired in a quick amount of time. Hand off this time to Fleetwood. Nowhere to run. He's hit hard at the 25.
He got popped hard, and there's I'm not sure what that flag's all about, but that was Canton Smith that came in and made the tackle. I can't believe it's anything that would be against the Cats.
Well, it looked like he may have grabbed him around the head, around the face mask. Personal foul, face mask, against.
Yeah, it sure is.
Because he came through and he spun around. It's hard to tell from upstairs, but that's what it is. See if it's, I don't know if it's flagrant. It could be 5 yards or 15 yards.
I believe it's going to be.
Well, they're going to call it off.
Very flagrant, yeah.
It's a 15-yarder. And it's all the way down to the 13-yard line. John, the Cats tonight have just literally given points to Republic with these miscues and these penalties. Hand off the right side.
And that is number 7.
And that's Pelfrey, the other fullback. into the ball game.
He's a junior at 5'10" and about 190.
And the ball, let's see, they spotted just inside the 10. It'll be second down and 6. Clock will wind down. 35 seconds to go before the end of the third period. Cats have had one drive. It was stalled with a pass interception.
And we've got to stop them right here.
And they'll have quarterback keeper this time, Coleman. And it's across the 5.
Yeah, and he's going to get stopped right in there about the 5-yard line.
And that will bring it in. Well, there's 6. Yeah, there's clock winding down. That is the end of the third period. Republic Tigers on top of Neosho, 27-0. Let's take a timeout and return on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999. Welcome back to Bob Anderson Stadium. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter, and the Cats have got 4 scores they've got to make up, Jim. And first thing we've got to do, though, is stop this Republic group that is down within the red zone, and then pick up the ball and go with it.
And Republic knocking on the door again to extend their lead. It's 27-0. The only thing that Republic has done wrong tonight, John, is miss an extra point.
Yeah, they have.
And that's not good for the Cats. And not many bright spots for the Cats tonight. They had a good drive, stalled down on the 20 with an interception, and thought they had things kind of ironed out. But Republic just content to run the ball and take time off the clock and get back on the bus and head back down on Highway 60. Ball spotted on the 4-yard line. It's third down and short yardage. They don't have to have a touchdown to get a first down. They'll hand it through, the first man through. It's touchdown. Touchdown Republic coming at the 11:57 mark. That's a four-yard touchdown run.
And it looks like they're going to try to go for 2 to kind of make up for that. No, here he comes out now.
They have a good kicker. He'll be recruited by some college teams in the future when you can kick the ball from the 40 into the end zone. And you're still in high school, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, he just caught the upright a little bit on that last one, and the ball bounced back.
And they'll try the single point, the kick. Snap is down, kick. Oh, did he make it? He did.
Yes, he did.
And the extra point is good. Our score now, 34-0 in favor of Republic with 11:57 to go in the game. Let's take a timeout and return on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Welcome back. We are ready to kick the ball off. Republic is lined up to kick the ball off. Back in the end zone is Keyshawn Roan on one side, and it looks like it is Phoenix Ragland over there on the other side. The 2 up backs are Patterson and Hudson Williams.
Here's a quick update. Carthage on top of Webb City, 14-13 in the fourth period. And the kick, it's taken on about the 22-yard line by Hudson Williams in there. Nice little return. Gets across the 30. Now marking around the 32-yard line. That's where the Cats will take over.
Well, he also seems to be at this point Lane Patterson's favorite target. Out of that last little barrage when we took the ball down the field out of 5 or 6 passes, Hudson had 3 of them.
Well, let's see what the Cats can do. They need a bright spot to kind of finish this ball game. It's going to be very difficult for them to come back at this point. 34-0. Patterson back in the. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. No, intended for Welch, but he was held up. Cornerback just going
number
step.
10 just got right in front of him and would not allow him to get onto the ball.
Just another miscue. 11:49 to go in the ball game. Next week, the Wildcats travel to Carthage to take on a very tough Tiger team.
It looks like Webb City's giving them all they want and then some, isn't it?
Yes, they are. The pass.
He grabbed his jersey.
Well, the ref did not see that, but a nice catch. It's still just maybe a little. Let's see if it's a first down. Yeah, it is enough for a Wildcat first down, all the way up to the 43-yard line. Nice pass by Patterson.
Yeah. Patterson to Patterson, I believe, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell. They
Boston?
was right on the sideline and all the black jerseys all over them. 1st and 10 Cats. They'll run right. Quarterback keeper going nowhere. Gets to the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Nowhere to run.
Well, Patterson has got to be able to read his blockers in front of him, and once again, there was nobody blocking in front of him.
This is a very tough team. That just shows you how tough the COC is, losing to teams like Nixa and Carthage. He's back again. Patterson being swarmed, thrown for a big loss. He dropped the ball at the 25, but he was down. Patterson, he's down. He was hit hard. It's a loss of about 20 yards. He was going backwards and pushed back. Let's see where they officially spot the ball.
Well, we've seen him do everything else tonight. Now we've seen him stunt and get their linebackers right up in the middle of things.
Well, it's not as bad as we first thought. They'll bring the ball back to the 30-yard line. It's 3rd down and 23, and this is a passing situation again for the Cats. Patterson back, looking for anyone. He's got his brother.
Boston, yeah.
There's the flag.
Yeah.
Boston hit the defender after he got up and gave him a shove, and they're going to be called for sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, that's going to be a 15-yarder, and that's going to drive the Cats back even farther.
It's got to, I know, frustrating for all the Cats tonight. You have such a good season, and you run into a buzzsaw Republic Tiger team that just stopping everything you're trying to do. It is frustrating. We're going to march that back, John, all the way to the 15-yard line. Be 4th down and about half the football field to go. I mean, they need to get up to the 47.
Yeah, we need to get out to somewhere around the Joplin city limits.
Republic will have good field position, and I assume they'll probably bring in some 2nd and 3rd stringers right now. There's a good kick. Going to be taken on the run on the 43 and brought back to the 35. A return of about 8 yards and stopped quickly by the Cats, but that's where...
It was Cade Lawson that made the stop that time. He just wrapped him up.
And that's where Republic will take over. Great field position with 10:09 to go in the ball game.
Well, there's been some pushing and shoving the whole time between the receivers and defenders, and I guess at that point Boston had just had enough of it.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Wildcat 35-yard line. Handoff. New runner, number 26 into the ball game for Republic. And, John, they're going to have a lot of reserves coming in and out right now, and it's hard to keep up with all the new names.
It's a senior, James Richmond, into the ball game.
Actually, a loss of about half a yard on that play. Keeps the clock running. 9:40 to go. It's 34-0. Republic all over Neosho. Neosho has not found an answer to get anything going. Just very few bright spots tonight for the Cats.
And you can see now they're going to be more intentional about running the clock.
Hand off to Fleetwood. Has some room. He's brought down. Oh, no flag, but it looked like he had a hold of his head or face mask. But
yeah, he was brought down by Harden that time.
You know, being so short in stature, when you're 5'3", you put your head down, your hands are trying to grab anything of his body, and it's unfortunate they grab him up high around the shoulder pads or face mask, and that's what the other call was in the previous series of downs, but no flag there. But the clock is running. The Cats are not going to stop it. Ball spotted on the 34. Third down situation for Republic. And the play clock is down to 1, and they call it timeout. That'll be their last timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. You're in tune to the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Lamar's going to win.
We're back with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left, and Republic has got the ball on about their 33-yard line, and it is 3rd and 9.
Long way to go, but they've had success. They'll probably go for it on 4th down if they don't make it. 4 down territory.
Cats are making a real defensive stand right here.
Richmond with a nice run, gain of about 5. Got some of it back.
Knocked the ball out of his hands, and the Cats picked it up.
But let's see, he was already down. Cats are being aggressive, trying to strip the ball away.
Yeah, they were that time, and the officials say, nope, we stopped the forward progress. There must have been a whistle blown.
And the clock continues to run, 8:15 to go. 4th down situation, Cats would like to get a turnover. Turnover on downs. Let's see what they can do.
We're going to punt the ball. We're going to try for a field goal. We haven't done that.
Trying to kick from the 36. It'll be a 46-yard field goal attempt. He has the leg.
Elijah Piri, and the ball is up.
And the kick is up. And it's, well,
they're not saying.
It looked like it was far left. The band is down there.
There was no signal there, but apparently it was not good.
The kick was no good. They tried it. Well, what else, you know? I mean, he had the leg. It was a good kick, but it just kind of veered off to the left. He had the right angle. And another penalty against the Cats, John. And they'll move. It'll be 1st down for Republic. New set of downs.
Well,
Cats penalized again.
And it had to have been unnecessary roughness. Maybe someone hit the kicker. We were not watching to see. So.
And they'll move it again. Richmond on the move. That's some new players in there. That's 36. That's a new player. They'll move some new troops in and out. 7:30 to go in the ball game. Republic they are out of timeouts.
Well, we're going to think positive, Jim, and we're going to invite everybody to be with you tomorrow at Lee's Summit for the Cats in the semifinal game of the Class 5 District 7, and then Monday night in the championship game.
We are thinking positive. Cats have had a great season. They play a very fine team that defeated Carthage the other day, so anything could happen.
Trey Harden making the tackle that time.
Good stop by the Cats. Clock running. 7 minutes left in this ball game.
And then we'll be in Carthage next Friday night. And the pregame show will start at 6:15, and the kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. And after that, then it is the second season of the year where you literally are one and done.
That is true. The winners advance. The losers go home and get ready for another season. 3rd down for the Tigers. He's got some room. Down to the 6-yard line. Run right up the middle. Cats couldn't make the stop. Some new faces in and out. Yeah, they'll spot it on the 7-yard line. They'll move it back, but a new set of downs. 1st and goal for the Tigers. They're looking for more pay dirt. Tigers have been tough against the Cats in the past several years. They have defeated us the past several times that we have visited their house and vice versa. Ball on the 7, hand off to the right side, knocked back, stopped off the right tackle on the 5.
Yeah.
Richmond the ball carrier one more time.
It's going to be, and I'm not real sure exactly what the chains are doing down there. They're all the way back up this way.
Well, they've got the
let's see where they are.
Yeah, I see that, but you look over there on the 7. They're started first down inside the 10, so they didn't need the chains. And run off right side, down across the 5. They'll spot it about the 3-yard line. Clock continues to run. John, you know the Cats have not been shut out this season.
No, they haven't.
And they've been averaging 30.
Yeah, we've got some new Cats that have come in. Harden comes out, and Colby McGehee comes out. Cats are seeing an opportunity to get some more kids used to some Friday Night Lights. So, yeah, this will be the first shutout that we've had, and we'll just have to go with it. We'll spend another week planning to go to Carthage and get this one behind us just as quick as we can.
Ball spotted on the 1, brings up 4th down.
Here's another 3 Wildcats that are coming in that have got clean jerseys. So it's going to be 4th and about 1. 4th and goal from the 1, it looks like.
Clock is winding down, 4.5 minutes to play. They're set for.
And the quarterback in there is number 8 for them.
They'll pitch it out to Richmond. And it's a 1-yard touchdown run for Republic coming at the 4:15 mark.
And that will inactivate the turbo clock. Once they make their point after attempt and Cats get the ball, then there will be no stopping the clock from then on.
40-0. And Coach Towdy, John, will not be a happy camper when he comes up tonight to talk with us.
Well, I don't anticipate that, but he's among the more positive guys. He'll look and see what they've got to work on. They'll get up tomorrow morning, and as he said before, it'll be a brighter day tomorrow, and they'll look at films, and they'll figure out what they've got to do from here.
It's just a new day. They'll try the extra point. Spotted at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard attempt.
This is number 91.
It's a different kicker. And probably a delay a game, too much time. I don't know why Republic's cheering about that, but
I'm not sure either. They lined up in formation, and
unless they want to delay a game.
The clock is not started. So
and the ball spotted on the 7, 5-yard penalty. They'll try to run it in. New quarterback is in. That's number 8, Richmond with the run. He runs around right side, thrown out of bounds. Extra point, no good. And our score with 4:15 to go in the ball game. It's now Republic 40, Neosho nothing. We return after this on the KNEO Wildcat Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
And we're back. We're getting ready to kick off. There's 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, but this kickoff will reenact the turbo clock, so this ball game should be over in short order here, Jim, in just a few minutes.
Well, the Cats would like to have a driver complete some nice passes. They've just have not found an answer to crack this whole shell that Republic has thrown at them tonight.
It looks like we've literally got a whole different
squad from Republic.
and
Ball taken on the 23-yard line, far side of the field, up across the 30, and pushed down forward. Progress up to about the 33.
Well, that was Lincoln Howard on the return that time, and he picked up on about 6 yards.
Coach Dowdy letting some of the reserves get in. Chase Kivett in at quarterback right now. New quarterback for the Cats. New running back, 22. I think that's Lawson out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a good one next year. He is young. He likes to run forward, and that's good.
Give him an opportunity. He scored 2 or 3 touchdowns when he's been in the ball game.
The throw is almost intercepted. Intended on the far side of the field.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the receiver that time, Kivett and the receiver, I don't know who it is, were just not on the same page because he was probably another 7 yards upfield where that ball was thrown.
3:20 to go in the game. Cats will try again, 2nd and 10. He's going to scramble to his right side. He's going to keep it. 35, 40. Going to be pushed out of bounds, still short of a first down. Pushed out on around the 42. And they'll stop. The clock will run.
Will continue to run. Yeah.
Well, it's, I forgot the turbo clock. Anytime that you're down 35 points or more in the fourth period, the clock will continue to run. So they need to hurry. 1st and 10 Cats. Long throw. It's on the sideline. Number 12, new players in. Ball taken on the 45.
That was cut by Kenman Rome. He's a big, tall, lanky young man. He also has kicked the ball off for us a few times as well, but that's a first down for the Cats.
And the toss was not completed. Thrown into the ground, just short of the receiver. Well, this is the last scheduled regular season game for the Cats at home. They are on the road next week against Carthage. Then we'll have district action. We don't know where that will be as of yet. The long throw downfield. Got a man open. Incomplete. Just overthrown. A nice throw from Kivett.
Kenyon Rome had his man beat. It was just a matter of being able to catch the ball.
Minute 45, clock runs. It's 3rd down and 10. 4th down territory for the Cats. 40-0. And another long throw, and it's man,
way over. Yeah,
man was open. It would have been a touchdown, but
that was and we know that Kivett can throw the ball and he can throw it a long ways. That was about a really 45-yard pass.
Yeah, it was a good one. Good spiral all the way down the field, but he overthrew the receiver a good 5 or 6 yards. We're down to about a minute to go. This is the last play of the game for the Cats unless there's a nice pass up across the 40. It's going to be a first down. Has some room.
Kenyon Rome, he's going.
Could be a touchdown. He's brought down at the 5, and he grabbed him around the face mask.
Yeah, there was 2 of them thrown that time. So Kenyon Rome has shown that he certainly has the ability to catch the ball for the Cats, but to get the yardage afterwards for it. And that's going to move the ball down to half the distance of the goal.
Cats need to hurry if they want to get on the scoreboard and not get shut out. 30 seconds to go. And they're still bringing in the chains.
Yeah, we're going to call timeout.
Yeah, they need to do something to stop the clock. Otherwise, the referees, the umpire, and the chain crew taking way too much time. That was a horse collar tackle, they're saying. Ball on the 5-yard line. They'll run it. Oh, he was hit behind. He's brought down.
Yeah, that play was very, very slow developing for the Cats, and Republic seemed to know exactly what was going on. There were 3 of them that hit Kivett back behind the line of scrimmage.
8 seconds left. Last play of the game coming up, unless they score. Kivett, and nowhere. They're not going to get in. That's going to be your final. Cats have no answer for anything against Republic. The final score, Republic 40, Neosho 0. First shutout of the game, or the season for the Cats.
Stay tuned. We will have the post-game coaches interview, which is brought to you by Arvest Bank, and then we will have the Drive Time Scoreboard Show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. But right now we're going to take time out for this, and then we'll be back.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
You've been listening to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or a therapist can help you get back in the game. Join us again after the game next week as we will once again bring you all the latest scores right here on the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. This has been a live production of
Drive Time Scoreboard Show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'll start with the COC. It's the fourth quarter, but the Lebanon Yellow Jackets are 35 over the Glendale Falcons at 21. And over in Joplin, the Eagles up over Willard in the third quarter, 35-0. Kickapoo Chiefs get one as they are in the third quarter, and they're up 35-14 over the Waynesville Tigers. The next Eagles had their way with Ozark. It's still just halftime there, 34-3. And it's a final. Jim told us about it just a few minutes ago. Carthage beating Webb City 14-13. And the game that you saw here on KNEO and Neosho Wildcats Sports Network, Republic Tigers took it to us by a score of 40-0.
Let's go to the Big 8 Conference tonight. Lamar late in the fourth quarter, leading Aurora 35-0. Other games, Cassville on top of Monette late in the fourth quarter, 33-24. Late in the fourth, Seneca on top of East Newton, 57-21. Other scores, Nevada 42, Mount Vernon 28. And McDonald County Mustangs win one tonight, defeating Central out of Kansas City 42-0.
Over in the new Ozark Conference, it is the fourth quarter, and the Bulldogs from Carl Junction are 27 over Bolivar Liberators 14. Hillcrest Hornets 21 at halftime, and the Parkview Vikings 20. There's a close ball game there. The Branson Pirates, and this is a final, 56-14 over the Logan Rogersville Wildcats.
And turning to Mid Lakes Conference, some games there. Stratford over Clever, 43-7 late in the fourth. Springfield Catholic on top of Hollister, 16-8. Fairgrove on top of Forsyth, 48-13. Other scores, Reed Springs final over Buffalo, 38-0.
All right, and we'll stop right there for just a minute or two, and we will tell you that the Arvest Bank in Neosho believes in the power of serving others. From small business to agriculture, whether you're looking for someone to help manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, we got you covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares about you and wants to help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank in Neosho is proud to call Neosho home, and the cats are kind of dispersing just a little bit. But let's just kind of recap for just a minute. Tough night for the Cats, Jim.
It certainly was. They started off good. A nice long opening kickoff for Blaine Patterson down to about the 5-yard line. Thought they were going in. Their second play from scrimmage. They fumble on the 2-yard line. Republic comes back, and they march down the field, and quickly it was 7-0. But Cats didn't find an answer. I mean, Republic methodically ran the ball time and time again. Very few times tonight that they had to pass. They were gaining 4 and 5 yards on every play, and it killed the clock, and a lot of miscues. The Cats made some mistakes in that ball game, especially in the first half. Right now here on the Coaches Show. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, Coach Towdy is here, and thanks to the Harvest people, we have an opportunity to visit with you. Coach, what do you say?
You know, it was kind of just everything that we've done wrong all year just kind of exploded on us all at once tonight. And so hopefully, you know, it wakes us up a little bit, and I take full blame because those are things I got to fix.
Well, it seemed like that we were riddled with penalties, and it seemed like, and I'm not making excuses under any circumstances, but it seems like that our receivers were held pretty much a lot of the night.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good football team, and they had a good game plan, and they did a good job, and we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. We kept their drives alive with just, offsides, just self-inflicted wounds, and then turnovers on offense. And so, it was nothing that they did necessarily to cause those penalties or to cause anything. It was just us getting our own way. And like I said, those are things that we've talked about throughout the year, but we haven't done a good enough job of fixing them. So we will do a better job this week.
Well, obviously, we do a lot better when we don't have the defense on the field as much, and you know that better than anybody else. That's one of the things that's got to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah, we got to sustain drives, and we weren't able to do that. Even when we got a little bit of momentum going, then we get a false start on offense. And so, like I said, it was all just self-inflicted wounds and things that we just, we've had it happen a little bit here and there, and like I said, it just kind of exploded on us tonight.
Coach, one bright spot tonight at the opening kickoff, Boston Patterson brought it down the sideline, down to around the 5 or 6 yard line, but unfortunately there was the fumble, and that was a bright spot. But when we talked about during the ball game tonight, Republic came down when they ran the ball, they killed the clock. When you get 4 or 5 yards every play, you didn't have to pass in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean that's who they are, and that's what they do, and credit to them for executing their game plan. And they're not going to throw the ball; they're just going to come right at you. And in games like this, you can't have all those little dumb penalties to give them second chances, and that's what we did. And offensively, like we said, we got to keep them off their offense off the field, and we didn't do a good enough job of sustaining drives. We had multiple turnovers, and a lot of them came quick right after we got the ball.
Well, it seemed like at halftime, Blaine came out and he started airing the ball out, started feeling more comfortable with what he was doing, who he's throwing the ball to.
Yeah, he did. We did some different things up front to pick up some of their blitzes and some of the things they were doing to give them a little more time. And I thought Blaine played a really good night for his first start. It's just that's a tough defense, especially for what they do with loading the box like that and playing tight man coverage on the outside. They force you to fit the ball in there in their little tight windows. And I thought he made some really good throws and some good reads. But at the end of the day, we just got to execute overall better as a team.
Well, Coach, I know you'll regroup and you'll be traveling up to Carthage next week. Carthage tonight did defeat Webb City 14-13. You miss an extra point, and that's, Webb City's going to have a losing season. First time I've seen in probably 30 years. So Carthage will be another tough opponent for you.
Yeah, they will. I mean, this west side of the conference, everybody's good, and we've seen that week in and week out. And so we just got to figure out a way to come out on the winning side of one of these, and I think we're due for one. So like I said, we'll go back to the drawing board, and we'll spend every minute trying to figure out ways to fix the mistakes and just really focus on us and cleaning up what we're doing.
Do you think we'll have a chance to have a district game here in a couple of weeks, with the teams like Belton, Grain Valley, and Ruskin not having great seasons? Hopefully one of those teams will come down and face us and face the Cats here at home.
Yeah, I think we're going to finish, there's going to be about 5 or so schools with, 5 to 6 wins or more. So we're going to be right in that mix, but our strength of schedule should help us out with it.
Certainly. Well, Coach, sorry about the outcome tonight, and regroup. It's like playing golf. We have bad days, and we'll come back and regroup and score next time.
Absolutely. Go Cats.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Towdy with us tonight here on our post-game show, and Coach's interview brought to you by Arvest Bank of Neosho, where they believe in the power of serving others, whether it's small business to agriculture, whether you're looking for someone to help manage your mortgage or an expert in wealth management, they have you covered. You deserve a financial partner who cares and can help you reach your financial goals. Arvest Bank, proud to call Neosho home.
Well, I think what we heard Coach Towdy say is exactly kind of what we've been talking about, everything that we've been working on all year long that's just kind of happened a little bit at a time, exploded all at once on us, and that was the final score. And there's no point at this point to beat a dead horse.
No.
We'll come back and we'll see what happens. I'm sure every coach out there is going to be watching films tomorrow with most every one of our kids, because we have a we even have the special teams out on Sundays, Jim, and they're working on what happens and how they go about it. And special teams seems to be a pretty good part of what we do.
They are, and you just have to, it's a learning experience. It's young men out there doing their very best, and, we're not going to get down on them by any means because, they're the future of the 4 states, and we want to hold them up as high as we can. And, it is a game, and, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose.
Yeah, they really are. So for Sam Fryer, I'm John Ball, and for Jim Jackson, you can hear Jim, by the way, tomorrow. And Jim, you're going to be on a little bit early, a little bit late, depending upon, what tournament play is all about. We saw several extra inning games yesterday, and it seemed like that we spent a whole month up at Lee Summit yesterday. So, be comfortable with that. Watch our cats. Support our lady cats. If you get a chance, go up. It's not a bad drive, about 2.5 hours, and you can be up to Lee Summit. That happening and the cats winning, you can be with Jim and I on Monday night as we take on whoever is going to win that first ball game in championship for the Class 5 District 7. And then we will be back on Friday night as we go to Carthage to take on the Carthage Tigers. God bless you for watching us tonight. We're grateful for that. We're certainly grateful for every sponsor that we've got, and we hope that we've kind of broken up your evening and given you just a little bit of entertainment. So till we see you next time, go Cats!